All right, so we made our way to, I guess this is what, Simpsonville.
Simpsonville, yes.
We're on our way, about to go inside and see the 40th anniversary of Back to the Future. How you guys feeling about it?
I'm feeling really stoked because where we're going, they don't need roads.
Doug?
I'm ready. And, I'm the only one in the car that got to see this when it originally come out in theaters. So
I've only
seen
one movie in IMAX before, so this is a real treat.
Right.
Looking forward to this.
Nice.
Couldn't think of a better movie to see on IMAX.
Oh, somebody drove a DeLorean.
Oh, there is a DeLorean in the parking lot.
lot.
We'll have to walk over and take a photo.
All right, so let's head in the theaters and we'll let you guys know what we thought of it. So we just got out of the movie of the 40th anniversary of Back to the Future. What'd you guys think?
It was awesome on IMAX.
Yeah.
It was quite an experience. They had the sound dialed up just right. You could feel it in your chest. You could see a lot of detail in the screen. And so, 10 out of 10.
It didn't feel like a 40-year-old movie.
No.
No, not at all. No. That's one thing I've always loved about going to see. I love seeing old movies in theaters that I've never had a chance to go see.
Like I say, my knees didn't hurt this bad the first time I saw it. So,
and it's also a different experience watching the movie with a lot of other people who, in this case, they're all fans. I mean, even though everybody's seen that movie countless times, they're still reacting to it.
Oh, yeah.
People are still laughing. They're still cheering. They're still reacting to everything on screen. And so it's a different experience than sitting at home watching it on your home theater system.
Definitely. I'm going to go ahead and say the movie, there were so many parts that actually just gave me chills, even though I've seen this movie, at least a dozen times, but it gave me absolute chills.
Yeah, and there were a lot of details that I saw. Maybe it was because of just being on IMAX, details that I saw that I had not noticed before.
Yeah. A lot, especially at that stuff at the beginning there.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Where it's just slowly panning around.
Oh, and they show the clock tower where he's hanging on it.
Yeah, I've never noticed that before.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's great. Still got chills from the first time you see that DeLorean back out of the truck. It's just
definitely
awesome.
Perfect movie.
Awesome.
Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome to Video Rental, your retro movie hub. Join us as we rewind through the iconic films of the 70s, 80s, and 90s gems. From cult classics to blockbuster hits and even some infamous flops, we're covering it all. So grab some popcorn, get cozy, and let's dive into the wonderful world of retro cinema together. Good morning, gentlemen. How are we doing?
Good morning.
We are in 2026 now. Where we're going, you still need roads.
Yes.
There's no auto lace shoes or automatic fit jackets.
Oh, remember 11 years ago we should have had flying cars already?
Yeah.
At least I should have seen a flying DeLorean by now.
The Jaws franchise, sadly, has not produced 18 sequels yet.
Well, sadly, is that the right word? That's one franchise that finally decided to stop back in the 80s. So,
but there is a 3D one, so
that's true. All right, so on today's episode, we are going to be covering Back to the Future 1985, and this is actually going to let you guys know we're actually going to be covering the entire trilogy over the next month and a half, really. Doug, let's start with you, since you're the oldest in the group. When did you first see Back to the Future?
I saw it in the theaters.
Whoa.
Take that, youngins. I saw it in the theaters in 86.
86.
It was still in theaters in 86.
Was it released 84?
80.
No, 85. I mean,
85.
I bet you it was probably still in theaters.
It was a late release, wasn't it?
July.
July.
So I mean, it could have still been in theaters.
Yeah, it was either late. It was probably around about this time of year, so it was close to my birthday. So, yeah.
What theater did you see it in?
What was the name of that theater? This was in Alabama. I can't remember the name of that thing. It was. I remember it was like a 2-screen theater. It was tiny.
Yeah.
But I remember it.
Yeah.
My mom took me.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah, that's good times. I mean, I would have loved to seen this in theaters firsthand like that. That would have been awesome.
Well, speaking of seeing it in theaters.
Oh no, yeah, we have all seen it in IMAX, which was amazing.
Yeah, that was great.
Something in the future. Look.
Yeah. Derrick, how about you? When was the first time you saw it?
So I can't remember a first time. I can't remember a first time specifically, but I know that I saw it on TV first.
Mm-hmm.
It was maybe on like TBS or USA. It was on cable.
Yeah.
That's how I saw it. And I want to say I saw the first one first, and then there was a long period of time between seeing the second and third one.
Mm-hmm.
I was probably about 10 years old or so.
Yeah.
And it was just, I was just really blown away by it. And later on, I believe when it was 25th anniversary, they released it on DVD, the entire trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
And I can remember going to Best Buy to get that thing. And it was awesome to have that. You know, we're talking early 2000s, maybe around in there, 2005 or around in there maybe. So yeah, that was probably more impactful than actually seeing the movie.
Yeah.
Was buying the DVDs because it was a thick case.
Yeah, I had that.
And it had all 3 movies, of course, and then it had a bonus disc, and it had a big book.
Yeah.
A big, thick book with all kinds of cool details.
The thrill of going to the movie store to buy movies.
Yeah. Now you go into Best Buy, and it's a ghost town. There's
sad.
nothing. They've basically done away with all physical media.
It's literally just washer and dryers and televisions
phones,
and phones.
Appliances.
If you do see a movie, it's where somebody's brought in a shipper of a movie that just released, and they just put it at the door.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys remember going to Best Buy back in the day, or Circuit City.
City.
And it was just rows and rows of cassettes and CDs, and then
Well, it took up half the store, and video games. Since they don't even do
and
video
that
games.
car stereo section.
Oh,
Come
dude.
on.
You knew where you were.
Well, because Circuit City actually had like a room, like a separate room. That
Everybody
you go
wanted
into.
that Pioneer CD player with the dolphins and the removable face. Anyway, so having it on DVD and adding that to the collection was a big deal.
Yeah.
Because by the time I was able to do that, I really appreciated it for what it was.
Oh yeah.
So that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
I honestly don't exactly remember when I first saw this one. I know I saw all of them, though, pretty much at the same time. I mean, when I watched this one, I was like, all right, I got to watch the second one, and then I got to watch the third one. I know I saw literally all of them probably the same week or same month or something. Don't give me that look. This was back when we would go to video stores and rent them all. So calm down.
Some of us had to wait a few years between them. Yeah.
Well, it's not like I saw it in 1985. I wasn't born yet.
Mr. I don't binge shows.
I was 1 year old.
Exactly. We weren't 20 years old already in 1985, Doug.
So how old were you when you saw it, Doug?
10.
Okay. Yeah.
10. Probably about to be 11.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, I was probably, 6 or 7 probably when I first saw it.
So talking about cable syndication, back in the day, for those of you that didn't live through it, the way that you saw a lot of movies, it was on cable TV.
Mm-hmm.
And if it was a series, a lot of times they would show all of them.
Yeah.
Like I remember when Star Wars was on TBS.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they worked out the rights for all that, but
Turner can do anything.
Remember the TV guide? You go to the living room, find chair next to the TV and open up the TV guide and see what's coming on.
But it seemed like Back to the Future was one of those series that was regular.
Yeah.
You know, they were showing it 2 or 3 times a year.
I feel like it would change throughout the years. Like it would eventually go to TBS and then eventually go to USA.
Yeah, it would bounce around to different networks, but
like all of them.
It was on somewhere. And you could catch it in some way, shape, or
It
form.
was like Smoking a Bandit was always on.
Always on.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to have to do that one day, Smoking the Bandit.
Classic.
All right. Well, I will say that, Derrick, you were talking about the DVD. I did buy that box set.
Yeah.
When it came out.
Came with
and
a
stuff.
paper sleeve.
And then eventually I upgraded to the Blu-rays.
I did the same thing. I did the same thing.
And then now I've upgraded to the 4K, and it clean. It looks good. Like, you know, some people say 4K, like you can see all the mistakes on a lot of movies and stuff. I don't see anything in this. It just looks great.
As the poor child in the room, I think one of y'all gave me your Blu-ray. I
think it was me.
DVD, yeah.
I think I gave you that DVD once I upgraded to Blu-ray.
Yeah. Sweet.
Had to help a brother out, you know.
Hey, at least we didn't give you VHS. I mean, we could have still had VHS.
I found a VCR somewhere. I think I got one. I still got a VCR.
So I don't have a VCR, but I do know where one is, and I could get it pretty easily.
See? Yeah. It's good to know people.
I know my mom still has all of her VHSs. I remember she actually still has. Back in the day, I bought her like a Gone with the Wind, like a box set VHS.
Two VHS.
Yeah, and I know she still got that thing.
Let me ask y'all something, and this is completely off topic, but why in the world is VHS like a niche thing? It's coming back. Like, people are serious into VHS collecting, and I don't get it.
I'm not collecting them all. It's just certain movies. I don't know. Derrick, honestly, today it's like anything nostalgic people are just collecting.
Yeah.
And somehow VHS are like becoming worth money for some weird reason.
Like, we could do an entire show just on different formats, but like VHS in and of itself, it was... Yeah, I get the whole video rental aspect, nostalgia of it, but I look back on VHS with not through rose-tinted glasses.
It's
like
not rose-colored glasses.
VHS was rough, man, in a lot of ways.
But it would last
Just
forever.
the tracking. It's getting fuzzy.
Oh man! And if you ever had a VCR, eat a tape. Like,
Well,
gotta buy this.
There were some bads to VHS, but there was also some goods. You could record with them, and
but the thing is, with people collecting, I guess it's like anything. You know, people do it for different reasons. But for me, I wouldn't pay the money that people pay for VHS because the quality is so bad. If you try and go back and watch VHS, it's all grainy, and the quality is just nothing to write home about.
It's like vinyl. Vinyl's making a big comeback.
Oh, vinyls never went out.
I think when vinyl
surges and then it
when it hit super high, I don't think it ever went away. Like it just kept on going. But with VHS, because I've got some VHS in here. Some people want that graininess because I think that's how they feel about DVDs and Blu-rays today. Is that these studios take out the graininess of movies, and some movies just don't look good without that VHS grainy.
If I was to collect those, it would be, to me, it would be for the artwork on the box.
Well, and that's why, because I've got Batman '89, I've got Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. I mean,
but the amount of money people shell out for.
Oh yeah,
I know people would look at action figures and say the same thing, but the VHS, I don't know. It's just not. It doesn't hit for me the same way.
I will say I don't think I paid more than maybe like $5 a piece for those VHS.
I'm talking about some people put out like hundreds of dollars for some of that rare niche like 80s horror stuff.
Doug. Yeah, I'm not paying $30 for an old VHS copy.
You don't have to rationalize to us you're an idiot.
So let's see. I'm going to go on eBay right now. I'm going to look up if Back to the Future VHS is on eBay. I'm going to see what it's going for.
Doug, I feel like you're just sitting on the floor.
You guys
raise your chair,
man.
You guys insult each other.
Set me up with this chair.
We'll raise it up.
Jeez.
I mean, you look like you're like 5 years old trying to reach the kitchen table or something.
Oh, somebody's selling VHS sealed.
Uh-oh.
So you can get a copy of 1985 rental version of Back to the Future for $20. That's with $4 shipping. That's just Back to the Future Part 1.
Yeah.
What is it, in the plastic case or something?
Did the VHS look like? Did it have the cover?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the old-fashioned, I guess, is that a Drew Struzan? Probably. Yeah. So you're looking, if you want a VHS of Back to the Future, you're looking $20-$25 depending on the condition. Somebody is on here selling a whole trilogy for dadgum. Oh, that's Canada. $25.48, but then they got a $33 shipping fee.
Yeah, that's where they get you.
Maybe that's why I don't have it. Maybe I didn't want to spend $30, for a VHS copy.
Somebody's selling parts 1 and 3
1 and 3
for $23.
Maybe that was their favorites back in the day. It was just 1 and 3.
VCR 8 Part 2.
Let's see what's going for sealed, just out of curiosity. Sealed copy of Back to the Future Part 3, $45.
Yeah, that's.
But somebody out there is, somebody out there is a sealed VHS collector, and they're going to go for it.
Well, what gets me is these people are taking
Always got like that cellophane. With
yeah. Well, you might see like
Sealed
RCA or
mount
something,
or
or
something in
the
the
Columbia, or
cellophane.
whatever.
Yeah.
What gets me is these people like getting them graded and stuff. That's what, like $1,000
The same
for
thing with
Titanic
video
or
games.
something.
Yeah.
Like I could get it if it was something super rare,
Yeah.
like stadium events. A game there's just not many copies of.
Yeah.
But nah.
No. Well, there's a few more VHS that I just wouldn't mind having to display with the stuff, but I'm not going to spend $30 on a VHS copy. I'm just not going to do it. I mean,
that's about what it was in 1985.
So inflation ain't been too bad on it.
Yeah, but $30 1985 that went a whole lot further than.
Yeah, you got to know somebody with a VCR.
well, it's back when it was actually like it was used for function, not for display like it is today.
Well, it's like remember the old laser disc. I know people still collect them things.
Doug is from the generation where you went to the video store to rent the VHS player along with the cassette.
We all are.
You get
we
the
all
look, from your dad. $100 to rent this. Oh, you get that money back.
I always remember that stuff. I mean, like they'd set it like a giant suitcase. Yeah, giant suitcase on the counter. But I don't know. I always loved VHS back in the day. I mean, you could record with them and record your favorite cartoons or whatever you're watching.
Yeah, I mean, that was one good thing. You could record stuff off TV.
Well, and that
You see the
that's
VHS tape with the tape.
yeah, a
on
little
the back?
Scotch tape on the back of it, or any kind of tape. That's actually how I first watched 70s SNL. Was my parents recorded SNL from the 70s back in the day.
Yeah.
That's how I first watched it. So I was like, I love it. So, all right. So I'm going to read the plot of the movie, which we all kind of know the plot, but it's pretty basic. Marty McFly, a 17-year-old high school student, is accidentally sent. Said that weird. Accidentally. It's early, guys. It's early. Accidentally sent 30 years into the past. A time-traveling DeLorean invented by a close friend, the maverick scientist Doc Brown. That's a kind of a weird description, isn't it?
Is that AI generated plot?
No, that's like
Plot
straight
synopsis.
from IMDb, I guess you could say.
ChatGPT thinks of it.
All right, Derek, do you want to read us some vitals on the movie? I know you're still half asleep.
Here we go. The movie came out July the 3rd, 1985. That would have been a good Independence Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4th of July weekend.
On IMDb, it is ranked number 30 of the top 250. I say we need to bump it up several slots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, IMDb gives it an average rating of 8.5. Criminally low. Tomato meter. Here we go. Now we're getting more into what's appropriate. Critic score gives it a 93%. Audience score gives it a 95%. It's one of those rare birds where you have the critics and the audiences coming together.
Together.
Yeah, there's not many of them. I want to say like the first Terminator is like that.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Yep. Budget $19 million. Wow. That seems low budget even for 1985.
Mm-hmm. Well,
$19 million.
I almost want to say that's kind of how much movies cost back then. I mean, they kept it in the teens or lower back
I
then.
think it was. It had to have been all the practical special effects. They had to build that car.
Yeah.
They probably built 3 of them. I wonder how many did they build. I don't know.
I should have looked that up.
Yeah, Michael J. Fox at the time was on television.
Family Ties.
He was a big TV star, so
He was doing both at the time.
he was probably making pretty good bank from the show. And then I don't know what they paid him to do this movie, but not enough.
No.
But who would have known? Hindsight is 2020. The box office earned over $391 million.
It made a little money.
They didn't even have to think about whether they were going to do a sequel or not.
Didn't it say at the? Remember the end of the original? It said "Back to the Future will return." You remember it said the logo at the back.
I know they did that for part 2.
Yeah.
And
That's what
part
I'm
3.
thinking of.
Yeah, because they had no plan to do a sequel because they just didn't know.
They didn't know. Yeah.
Because that I always thought it was so funny is the director, he said he kind of screwed up at the end when he had
Put the girlfriend in the car.
when he had Jennifer standing there. He's like, "Oh, we didn't really plan for a sequel."
Yeah, for sure. Runtime of 1 hour and 56 minutes. This movie is perfect in a lot of ways. And going back and rewatching it recently when we went to the IMAX, this movie clips along at a brisk pace. It never slows down. There's never any part in the movie where you feel like it's dragging.
No, it doesn't feel like 2 hours.
Needless exposition. It keeps you engaged the entire time. I feel like there's no wasted motion in this script. Like you look at it and it just moves at such a perfect pace. It's just one event after another. And yeah,
You definitely never get bored or
don't get bored with it.
No,
Doesn't slow down.
no.
not at all.
That's
So that 156 is a brisk.
brisk walk. They made
156.
7. They had to build 7 of those cars. So yeah, that was a lot of budget.
No. Yeah,
Speaking of DeLoreans, there's like 2 or 3 different DeLorean documentaries that I've seen. Maybe there's one on Amazon, and I know there's one on Netflix where they talk about DeLorean the man
Yeah.
and the business and his whole persona and cultural currency back in the 80s to make the car.
yeah.
So
I will have to say if I was like a millionaire, I would be driving a DeLorean.
no doubt.
I would be driving a fully fixed DeLorean because DeLoreans were so. I mean, clearly in the movie it keeps on breaking down. So.
Well, that was a snapshot of real life, you know.
There would be signs if I won the lottery.
It'd be signs.
DeLorean sitting in the driveway.
Why you got a DeLorean, a Jurassic Park Jeep, and a Ghostbusters hearse, all ambulance, all packed? In
Don't ask
your
questions.
driveway?
Just let's go.
Something happened. We need all 3.
Anyway, Doug always wanted the Toyota truck.
Dude.
He wanted that Toyota, the black one with the
Yeah.
4 headlamps and
Yeah, that was the pinnacle. That style when they come out with that truck, that was just
so they didn't make the Tacoma back in the day.
no.
This was
This was what actually model was it?
It was a SR5,
There you go.
and that was the OG SR5. And they first come out when you got the king cab version, and just that thing was sleek.
I got the Hot Wheels of it.
Hey, I think I do too. Yeah.
trying to see if I have it because I know I have the manure Biff car sitting over
Yeah.
there.
Car.
All right, and then the movie is rated PG, so it is family friendly. You can gather the young ones around, and everybody can enjoy it.
And this was still
Which I have done
before the ratings went up and stuff, wasn't it?
Well, it depends on what year did Temple of Doom come out, because that was the one that created the PG-13 genre.
It was the same year as Red Dawn. So
Was that 84?
I think that was 84. So maybe this was right after. But still, it doesn't need to be any higher than PG.
No.
There's nothing in it, literally.
I'd say the punch the bitches. Biff's face is probably what kept it a PG. He could be a G movie.
Yeah.
The movie was nominated for 4 Oscars. I don't even know. Let's see.
Had to be sound.
Oscars
I think it was
1985. I'm looking it up.
Top.
1985. Here we go. Let's see what did well in Oscars that year. Probably A Giant Boar. The 57th Academy Awards.
I don't
Winners that year were Purple Rain. Best
Purple
original
Rain won a Oscar?
for the song.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Best actor was F. Murray Abraham for Amadeus.
Okay.
Amadeus was a great movie.
One of Preston's favorite movies.
Yeah, definitely not better than Back to the Future. Come on.
Well,
They stick out Back to the Future.
Best picture that year was Amadeus. So,
We
I
didn't,
got
it's the
beef with that.
Oscars. You can't.
we
trust
didn't
them.
agree with them back then. We don't agree with them now. So it's
Yeah.
not much
Yeah.
changed.
So let's talk about 1985. What were the biggest movies that came out that
Ooh,
year?
that's a banger of a year.
Let's see. Biggest movies, 1985. Listen up, folks. These movies did well. Clue, the movie. Been a long time since I've seen that.
Love Clue. It is. That I consider one of those masterpieces.
Pale Rider with Clint Eastwood.
That's a good one.
Also, another big hit for Mr. McFly, Teen Wolf, coming out in 1985.
Not Teen Wolf 2.
Val Kilmer in Real Genius,
Nice.
a young Val Kilmer.
Young.
Wasn't that his first big movie?
Yeah, because it was the same. I think he filmed Top Gun right behind it.
Yeah.
Of course, we can't forget Goonies coming out in 1985.
Yeah. Wow. Goonies and Back to the Future in the same year.
Breakfast Club, 1985. One of Doug's favorite, The Explorers.
Dude.
It's pretty much unwatchable.
I've
these
watched.
days.
I watched the trailer. I've never seen it. I
It's
watched the trailer. I was
bad,
like,
and it's bad. It's bad.
That is definitely one of those group of kid best friends come together. You can do anything.
Fletch came out in 1985.
good one.
Let's see. What else? Weird Science.
Yeah.
I'm just calling out the ones that we'd
Yeah,
be interested in.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
There's a lot
Unlike
of-
Doug last episode, he called out every single 1,000 movie that came out in.
No, it wasn't all of them.
Pee-wee's Adventure, 1985.
Uh-oh.
Red Sonja. We were giving Preston heck the
Preston.
other day because somehow he had seen Red Sonja and not Beverly Hills Cop.
I don't understand.
Out of
that
all
at
the movies on that flyer, he
don't
picked
know.
out Red Sonja.
I don't know. So, if you're looking for action, 1985 was a great year. Listen to this. Commando.
Oh, yes.
Rambo First Blood Part 2.
Dude.
Yes. Mad Max. 1985.
I don't even remember Mad Max.
That was
It's been
beyond.
so
that was
long.
beyond Thunderdome.
Oh, okay.
So
Tina
that would have
Turner.
been the third one.
Third one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the first one come out in the early 70s.
And what else? Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
There's some bangers.
I don't know if Doug was reading that list, he'd be reading off.
Oh
every
wait,
single
I
movie.
forgot. Beverly Hills Cop was also 1985.
Classic.
Oh, yeah.
So
You should have just brought that flyer up there.
And yeah, going back to the Oscars. So yes, it was nominated for 4 Oscars, and it won 1 Oscar
Oh,
for visual effects.
visual effects.
Yeah,
I could see that.
Yeah.
this movie was so great. One tagline could not capture its greatness, so they had 3. He was never in time for his classes. He wasn't in time for his dinner. Then one day, he wasn't in his time at all. That's a really long tagline.
Oh, yeah. I just realized that is on the poster. I was like, is that actually on the poster? Yeah. Well, I mean, back in the day, you would literally stand there at the movies and just read that. The whole thing. After you just saw whatever, you'd be like, oh, "What's this?"
I mean, if you saw that, if you walked up to Bokeh,
So we're
saw
looking-
that poster.
We're looking at the Back to the Future poster right now.
Yeah.
It's the old Drew Struzan art style. You know, that hand-drawn, painted, just masterpiece.
Yeah.
You would.
It's got Marty McFly standing 1 foot on the road, 1 foot in the DeLorean, checking his watch.
with the classic,
Is he the same one that did like Indiana Jones? Is he the same
Drew
artist?
Struzan, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
he's the
Did he
man
just
with
die
movie
recently?
posters. He did. He passed away.
Yeah.
killer documentaries.
Yeah, there's a great documentary about Drew
Yeah.
Struzan. So, and like for the 80s, he was the man. He was
yeah.
the go-to
Yeah.
for those posters. And a lot of times, his posters were better than the actual movies.
Oh yeah.
Well, and later on, he did the. I want to say he did the. No.
He did episode 1, 2, and 3, and then he did like when they re-released
VHS.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. So
Star
he did
Wars.
the VHS copies of Star Wars and everything. So.
but yeah, you're looking at that poster, and you're 10 years old in 1985. You're tugging on your mama's dress, saying, "Please take me to see that movie."
This is what I want to see.
Or let me go with my uncle. You know, you got that older uncle
Yeah,
who'll take
yeah.
you to see anything.
Quirky uncles like, let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That was always my brother. We'd go see movies like crazy. I mean, he's almost 10 years older than me, so we could get into anything to go see a
Yeah.
movie.
Took a lot longer for movies to sort of gain steam. You didn't have the internet, you didn't have YouTube, you didn't have social media.
Word of mouth.
So it was all word of mouth, or maybe you'd catch the trailer on TV.
I mean,
But
you
the
actually
movies-
had to go see a movie to see trailers for
Yeah.
the most part.
The movie posters were a big seller.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much today. All movie posters are kind of generic, it seems like today. A lot of
Yeah.
them are CG or like bad Photoshop.
Well, I would almost say, like, thanks to Star Wars, I feel like that's what most posters are today. Is the entire cast is on the poster,
Yeah.
but just their heads floating. I feel like a lot of posters are like that today.
So that Marty McFly outfit, that's iconic now. And I've seen kids dress as Marty McFly for Halloween.
Oh yeah,
Now, I've also seen them dressed from different movies. Sometimes they'll go with part 2,
yeah,
and they'll carry the hoverboard,
yeah.
which is a dead giveaway.
With the metallic.
Yeah,
Hat.
Most of the time, though, you could probably get. Oh, there it is. Hold it up. You could probably get the whole setup on Amazon. You know, they probably make it now in a whole pack.
You could probably go to Walmart,
Marty McFly starter pack.
Walmart in
Yeah,
Walmart in wintertime and buy that whole
but
setup.
but you see that red vest. That's a dead giveaway, and he's wearing suspenders too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be screen accurate, you better wear them suspenders. Anyway, the cast. We've got Michael J. Fox, who was not the first choice, by the way.
No.
If you go read the
But I
material
try
and
to
study the
imagine.
background.
Is it Eric Stoltz?
Stoltz?
Yeah.
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 Have you seen some of the footage?
Yeah. In fact, they shot vast portions of the movie
Yeah.
with him, and they said it didn't work.
No, because
just
he was
wasn't
playing
there.
it. He was playing it like it was a serious drama, and they said it was just not working out. They said that's not our tone of our movie.
They show that one where he realizes that's his dad, and he's Eric Stoltz's face coming
Yeah.
around. It's like, ew, I don't know. I couldn't. I don't know.
So in the mid '80s, Michael J. Fox was unavoidable.
Mm-hmm.
He was everywhere. man.
Everywhere.
That was his time to shine. We talked about Family Ties. We talked about Teen Wolf. He was in Casualties of War. Doc Holliday. He was the voice in Homeward Bound 1 and 2 for one of the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
For Love or Money, The American President, The Frighteners, which is a Peter Jackson deep cut. You haven't seen that one. Mars Attacks. Bad CG, but
Isn't that Preston's favorite movie?
yeah, we'll let it go.
He's got a lot of bad favorite movies.
Stuart Little, Spin City, which was another sitcom that was
That was big for him.
kind of in the 90s there, mid-90s, mid to late. So, of course, many of you know Michael J. Fox has been struggling for many years with
Parkinson.
Parkinson's disease. So he continues to decline. I did see a few years ago where he and Doc did they showed up together with a DeLorean at some kind of award ceremony or something, and you could really see how he had deteriorated. It was kind of sad. Both of them, really had kind of deteriorated. So, I mean, it's still cool to see him, but at the same time, it's like it's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And then Christopher Lloyd, he was everywhere in this time period. He was first. You remember him in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest,
Which I still haven't seen.
I haven't
you
seen
need to see it, man.
I ain't seen it.
Well, we might need to do it on the podcast.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is like what put Jack Nicklaus on the map.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's up there with The Shining, you know, in his performance. I say he's a little bit more deranged in Shining, but
Well, I think that's how he got The Shining. Was
Probably
because
so.
of One Flew Over. Well, because that's Stanley Kubrick as well.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the big Indian who was in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Anyway, Christopher Lloyd was in Taxi, Mr. Mom. Of course, he was in Star Trek 3: Search for Spock. You remember him as who did he play in that movie?
In Search for Spock?
Yeah,
He was like the main Klingon.
Bane Cleon baddie.
Yeah, whatever. I don't remember his
And
name.
one of the Warbirds.
Preston, where are you?
Yeah,
It's like you see
he's
him.
still in bed.
You see him walk out with that Klingon. I was like, "What? That's Doc."
Hey, he was the best thing about Part 3. 3 was
Oh,
a
yeah.
little, but he was the best thing about 3.
Preston just woke up and rolled over.
I know. He's like, Star Trek? What?
Disturbance.
He was also in The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai, Clue, which we also mentioned.
Yeah.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Man, that's a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
And
Not the dip.
yeah, The Dip. Yeah. Now, that terrified me as a kid.
He was creepy.
He was a really big time villain. Remember that the part at the end when he gets fully tunicized or whatever, and the knives come out of his eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Of course, Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3, and The Ride, which I guess you have to experience on YouTube nowadays.
Yeah, unfortunately, it closed down.
Suburban Commando, featuring Hulk Hogan. I remember that movie.
Yeah.
Bad movie. Yeah, it does not hold up well.
No.
Addams Family 1 and 2.
Great movies.
Yeah, these are the ones from the 90s.
Yeah.
I remember going to the theaters to see the first one, and Christopher Lloyd plays Fester, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got in all that fat suit and makeup.
Yeah.
Would you have guessed all that would like make such a big resurgence with all like
Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Yeah,
Yeah, of all franchises.
Yeah.
You would think Addams Family.
It's a hit though too. I haven't watched it. I don't know. I kind of have no desire to watch it. It's just
Yeah, I mean, it's just not for me.
No.
But for some people, Dennis the Menace, Angels in the Outfield.
Yeah.
That's a Disney classic there.
And that had
Danny Glover.
Danny Glover. Didn't I'll go ahead. I'm just trying to think who else was in it, but
And Camp Nowhere. So Christopher Lloyd had quite a career. I mean, you look at Star Trek, Back to the Future trilogy.
do you remember
Frank
Camp
Roger
Nowhere?
Rabbit. That's pretty good, huh?
Do you remember Camp Nowhere?
Vaguely.
It was basically the kids were saying they were going to science camp, but they wanted to make their own camp, use their parents' money to make their own camp, and they had him come in as the camp
I
counselor.
remember Ernest Goes Camp.
Homeless guy?
Well, he worked at like an ice cream shop, but he lived like in an RV.
Yeah.
But it was just one of those like all the kids are cool,
There was a string of movies in the late 80s and 90s where it took place at camp.
Yeah.
Like that was a big deal.
Yeah.
Ernest Goes
Ernest
to
Go-
Camp,
that's-
Heavyweights,
Yep.
Major Payne.
Yeah.
Like all these are camp movies. There's probably more. Would Friday the 13th be a camp movie? Since
Yeah.
it-
I mean, that's
technically,
Yeah.
it's a camp. It's a summer camp. It's the counselors that catch the
that's
bad
the
part.
original camp movie, right?
Yeah, there you go. Leah Thompson was also starred in this movie. You know her as Lorraine. Mm-hmm. She's in All the Right Moves, Red Dawn, Howard the Duck. Cringe.
Yeah.
What were they thinking?
Well,
These are the 80s.
You can talk to
okay?
George Lucas about that. 'cause
Yeah.
That was his baby. one of his babies.
She was also in Dennis the Menace and the Beverly Hillbillies. I remember the Beverly Hillbillies movie that actually didn't it have Jim Varney in it?
Yeah, he played the
We just talked about Ernest.
the dad.
Yeah. Crispin Glover starring in this movie as Mr. McFly. He was in Friday the 13th, the final chapter.
Which I think that's the fourth. The fourth one. I think it's the fourth one.
Wait, somebody didn't understand what they said when they say final.
Well, it was supposed to have been the final, but you know how movie studios they want to just
Wait, we
The-
made
all-
$1 over our budget. We're
Yeah.
making another one.
Yeah.
that was the thing about like the original horror movies is they weren't super successful, but they made big money. Like they cost like $5 million to make, and then they make 20. So they did good in theaters, so they just kept on making sequels of them.
We could make a horror movie right now. Put Derrick in a mask and have him just stand in the corner. That's about just looking at you.
You saying Derek's creepy? Is that
There
what
you
you're saying?
go.
He got to have the mask. He's got the
He's
height.
tall. He's got the
tall.
height. That's
He's
true.
got the
I do
height.
have a Michael Myers mask. I got a jumpsuit.
He's got the build. We just got to give him a butcher knife.
I mean,
just stand there and stare at you.
It might have the no ghost symbol on it, but it'll work, Derek.
Crispin Glover. He was also in The Doors. What's Eating Gilbert Grape? Was that a Johnny Depp movie? Or was that Leto?
Both.
Both? Trick question.
I had to think. I was like, yeah, that was both.
The People versus Larry Flint, Charlie's Angels, Willard Beowulf, and Alice in Wonderland.
He had a very weird career. I mean, he's kind of a weirdo.
Depp?
He would not come back.
Because
the sequel.
I think wasn't it? It was a money issue. Like he wanted like more money for the sequel or something. And
Yeah.
I can't remember because I remember
Bad
seeing
move, dude.
Yeah, documentary.
Come back for the sequel.
Yeah.
Especially if it's
didn't.
that big of a hit, man.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, this is what made you a star. I feel like
And then we got Tom Wilson as Biff.
he was perfect for this role.
Perfectly cast.
Yeah.
Well, let's just say that. Everybody in this
Yeah.
movie is perfectly cast for their role.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's one of the strengths of it.
Well, all the people that were majority of the cast, they all leaned into it. They're still riding the Back to the Future wave.
Oh yeah, yeah. A lot of them still go. A lot of them go to these conventions and stuff.
Yeah.
and sign stuff.
I mean, how many years have been Ernie Hudson been going to do these things?
Oh,
He's like
yeah.
the only one of the Ghostbusters
Yeah.
that
Probably
will go
30
to
years.
these events.
Yeah, yeah. 30 years at least. I bet. I've seen it with the.
Maybe Aykroyd would show up for the right price, but
I don't know.
Ernie Hudson's
Aykroyd's
everywhere.
Aykroyd's weird. I feel like he just stays in Canada because so that's where he lives. So I just feel like
doing his conspiracy theory.
yeah, because that John Candy documentary. They said I was reading up on it. They said it was so hard
They had to go to
get
him.
Yeah, to get him to interview for that documentary.
I'm looking up something here about why Crispin Glover wouldn't come. Crispin Glover didn't return for the Back to the Future sequels due to salary disputes.
Yeah.
Creative differences over the scripts, ending disliking the materialistic message, and feeling disrespected by the producers.
Well, then I think didn't he sue them for using his likeness in the second?
I think
second
so,
one?
yeah.
Yeah.
Or second one at least.
Glover sued for using his likeness without permission, winning a settlement, and challenging SAG rules. So there you go.
That's what happens when you put the red M&Ms in their camper. They don't want red M&Ms. You just piss them off.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
He's been waiting
And
on
may God have mercy on your soul.
I had to. I was waiting for the perfect moment.
He gonna wear that thing out. So, Crispin Glover may have made sense at the time, dude, to not come back for the sequel. Y'all understand you were insulted. You got in your feelings and all that. However, you made the wrong move, bro. The money was not worth it.
and still haunted by it.
Yeah.
Well, and I think the call, if I was remembering right, I think the cause for him not coming back caused them to have to like rewrite a bunch of things about the sequel because he was supposed to
Probably so.
he was supposed to come back and play a little bit bigger role instead of him being upside down.
Yeah, well, that was the whole point of they
Yeah.
disguise him more. Right?
So they actually had to rewrite.
They kind of had to do a Luke Skywalker thing on it because
Yeah.
you know when Luke Skywalker comes back
the
Empire Strikes Back.
oh yeah.
He's got that injury from the car wreck,
Yeah, and it worked
which
out.
they worked out with the Wampa
Yeah.
in the cave.
That scene probably wouldn't have been in the movie.
Yeah,
The whole scene, him getting captured and stuff.
Now there's a whole iconic thing with the Wampa and the whole
Right there.
booyah. Tom Wilson playing Biff, Crispin Glover playing George McFly. So Tom Wilson was in Action Jackson, Back to the Future ride, Camp Nowhere. That's an interesting connection there.
Oh yeah, he played like a cop in it that was trying to figure out why all these kids were at this camp by themselves.
running around in the woods.
Yeah.
He was in Gargoyles. Boy, now that's a 90s deep cut right there.
Yeah.
Y'all remember the Gargoyles show
Oh yeah.
and the action figures?
Yeah, that was great stuff.
Them in
Yeah,
the
I
back,
got
the
some
wings.
up there.
Kind of had that same vibe as Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah, it was like it was a kid's cartoon, but it had like a lot of depth to it.
Yeah. He's in over 149 voiceover credits. He's been known to do some producing, directing, writing, and so on. Tom Wilson, underrated talent.
Yep.
Great villain. I like the way that they play on Biff in different ways through the 3 movies. He takes on a
Different
slightly
persona
different
for everyone.
persona.
Well,
Older and young. He always plays the older, younger version.
he was actually great in the Back to the Future ride because the whole point of the ride was Doc made more DeLoreans because this ride was made after the movies. He made more DeLoreans. Well, Biff breaks into his lab and steals the DeLorean and starts going through time.
Oh, okay.
And so you got to take a second DeLorean and try to find him. So you're going through different time periods, like the Stone Age, the 20s or whatever. And it's really awesome. You're flying and you're chasing through them. It's really
You
cool.
hear the voiceover. Hey, quit following me,
Well, yeah,
butthead."
he's literally like you have the DeLorean has like a little TV screen and you see his face the whole time, like yelling at you and laughing at you, and it's pretty awesome.
Very cool. Tom Wilson. Moving on. Claudia Wells.
She was Jennifer.
Yep.
She kind of had her mom passed away. I believe that's what it was, and that's the reason she was recast in the sequel. So her career really didn't go too far after.
Every young guy wanted to get her number.
Oh yeah,
Like Marty McFly got her number. Call me.
This Doc, she loves me. Look.
yeah.
How many young guys paused the VHS back in the day and dialed that number? Maybe she'll pick
Maybe
up.
she'll pick up 555.
What was it, a 555?
Probably.
Okay, I say because this might have been before the whole
555 thing.
where they were willing to put real numbers in
Yeah.
the movies.
Francis Lee McCain, also in this movie. Footloose, Gremlins, Stand By Me, Scream, Patch Adams, and True Crime. Mark McClure, Superman 1 through 4. Used Cars, Supergirl, Apollo 13, Frost Nixon, Justice League. James Tolkien. Was he the principal? Principal Skinner?
Yes, yeah, because he was Top Gun.
There you go.
the only one they didn't change his appearance at all.
They
He just showed up.
They just put hair on the sides of the head.
Does this guy ever have hair?
Yeah. You're a slacker, McFly. You'll always be a slacker.
Well, not even his dad.
father.
Not even his dad. No, it was his. Yeah, it was his dad in part 3. He didn't even have hair either.
And somebody that we didn't mention who's in the movie, Huey Lewis.
Oh yeah, he denies them.
Yeah, Huey Lewis is
band.
in the band tryouts. He's one of the teachers with the megaphone.
guys-
Too loud, too loud.
Too loud. Too loud.
Screenplay by Rob Zemeckis and Bob Gale. Rob Zemeckis, of course, we've mentioned him before on this podcast with Forrest Gump. They also wrote 1941, Used Cars, and the creepiest Christmas movie of all time, The Polar Express.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Gremlins.
The Polar Express is creepy, y'all. Go back and watch some of those animations on the faces.
Well, I heard they're gonna be making a sequel, and I'm like, I don't know how.
Why?
Kidnap
Why?
a whole train full of kids and take them to the North Pole
Yeah.
and all those L's.
It's sketchy from beginning to end.
I don't know how you could make a sequel because it's gonna look like garbage for the first one, and then you go to the second one, and it's gonna look like today. And I don't know.
You read the plot to that, you're like, what kind of snuff film is this?
Did not age well, okay? Produced by Bob Gale, Kathleen Kennedy, Frank Marshall, and Steven Spielberg. Wow.
Yeah.
Of course, Kathleen Kennedy single-handedly ruined Star Wars forever because the Force is female now. So
I was waiting on that.
she's an evil corporate lord now. She got mad because she was a coffee getter back in the day, worked for all these big names, and wanted to prove herself that she could do what the guys did, and now she ruined everything.
And she was attached to so many
So much.
great movies, but in name only, apparently.
Yeah. So anyway, anytime you got an opportunity to slam that name, go on, because she's not done well with the Star Wars property. You've been handed the most profitable sci-fi franchise
it's okay.
of all time.
Okay, it's gonna be okay, Derek. It's okay.
Triggered. I'm just saying.
I need to get a trigger button on here. Triggered.
I'm just saying. I mean, you have the goose that lays the golden egg.
Remember, Derek, we're talking
Anyway.
about something amazing here.
He's sour. It's like Willy Wonka.
She ruined my
bad egg.
childhood. Yeah.
All right, Derek, who did the music?
Alan Silvestri, a legend in his own.
Mm-hmm.
Chips, Romancing the Stone, Summer Rental, Delta Force, not Delta Farce. There is a difference. Fly the Navigator, Predator, Overboard, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, The Abyss, Young Guns 2, Predator 2, Father of the Bride, Bodyguard, Super Mario Bros.
Derek's favorite movie.
That would have been the one from the 90s.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might actually have to do that.
It's so bad.
John Leguizamo.
It's so bad. Grumpy Old Men, Forrest Gump, Judge Dredd. We have a perennial debate around in here about how bad Judge Dredd. I think Preston would defend it with his dime.
Oh, I think he would too, because he mentions it
Was
all
that
the
in
time.
Star Trek universe? That's got to be the only reasoning why he.
I don't think so.
I think it is. I think it's the beginning of the Star Trek. Somehow, it's the Star Trek universe. That's why he likes.
So Alvin Silvestri, that theme. Dun, 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 dun. It's classic.
Yeah.
It's up there with John Williams.
I will say, when we were watching it in IMAX, every time they would play it, I'd get chills from them
Oh
playing.
yeah, just
every
something about
time.
hearing it in the theater surround sound.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's up there with one of the greatest movie themes of all time.
Yeah.
So give him some credit.
Judge Dredd.
And filming locations. Whittier, City of Industry, South Pasadena, Los Angeles, Universal Studios, California.
Which I've been to every single one of those locations.
Have you been to the Marty McFly house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been to Marty's house. I've been to Lorraine's house.
And Doc's
George's
house,
house.
too.
Doc's
You've
house.
been to Lion
You go see
Estates?
all these people.
Yeah.
Lion Estates. Yeah.
I've been to every single. I've been because Lorraine, George, and Biff's house are all on the same road. They're literally like two or three. Lorraine's and George's house, I believe, are like one house apart from each other. But then Biff's is literally like 4 houses down. It's literally all in the same road in South Pasadena.
Very cool.
Nice world traveler. Nice.
Hey, I that was one of the things I wanted to do when I went to
Bucket
California
list.
is go see all these locations.
You
and
made
movies.
Beth take you.
Yeah. Yeah, it was worth it.
The movie was produced by Universal Pictures and Amblin Entertainment, who has created fantasy and childhood memories.
Which that's
So many.
Spielberg's
Yeah.
company.
Amblin.
I saw where Spielberg has a new movie coming out this year in 2026.
I've heard about it. I just don't know.
Disclosure.
I don't know what it is.
It's an alien movie.
It's Alien.
Yeah. Hopefully, it'll be better than War of the Worlds. Remember we did that one. And AI was pretty bad too.
That was the time when I don't know those movies.
Minority Report.
Oh.
Remember that one?
Oh,
yeah, everything had
That's
like a
good.
film
good.
over the camera. Everything was fuzzy, and I just nope, no thank you.
Wasn't you just the guy that said you liked the graininess?
That's not grain. That's like he took Vaseline and put it over the screen or something. They all have-
That's about like trying to watch
The best Steven Spielberg movie that he's
Blade Runner.
recently.
Was like they smeared Vaseline all over the
Oh,
thing.
don't even get
There's
me
a haze over everything.
Hey,
It's like,
Derrick, hold on one second.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Sorry, Derrick. Go ahead.
don't hate the truth, man. Hate
And
the game. Hate the
I will
game.
I will let our two fans know that I did write Doug on that button. Go ahead, Derrick.
What was I saying? Oh, Steven Spielberg. His best movie that he's done recently was Ready Player One.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all.
Well,
And that's a
isn't he
classic.
supposed to be making a sequel of that?
I hope so. I loved Ready Player One. That was awesome.
Yeah.
But he hasn't done as well since
I think he's been
Jurassic Park. He sort of fell off.
I think he's been doing kind of some like serious movies lately. Like he hasn't done too many. I mean, he's what, in his 80s, I bet.
Oh yeah.
Probably now. So, I mean, he doesn't need to do anything else.
So the movie was directed by Rob Zemeckis. We've already mentioned him. You know him from Romancing the Stone, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Forrest Gump, Contact, Castaway, Polar Express, Beowulf, Christmas Carol, and Flight. So many awesome movies in that resume right there. Doesn't need any more elaboration. We ready to move on?
Yeah, that's all the info. You want to read us some trivia?
Let's talk about the associations in this movie with Ronald Reagan. Because there is a running joke through the movie when Marty goes back into 1955 and he meets Doc.
Yeah.
Who's the president?
Who's the president? Ronald Reagan? The actor?
The actor?
Well, it was unheard of back then that a celebrity would run for Congress or run for president.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's kind of normal now. So
Apparently, Ronald Reagan was amused by Doc Brown's disbelief that an actor like him could become president, so much so that he had the projectionist stop and replay the scene. He also seemed to enjoy it so much that he even made a direct reference of the film in his 1986 State of the Union address. As they said in the film Back to the Future, where we're going, we don't need roads. Man, you know you've arrived when you made an impact on the prez.
So essentially, they were playing it in the movie theater in one of the bunkers of the White House somewhere.
Yeah.
He was in his private.
well, I
theater
think there
screen.
was a movie theater in the White House.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think because I remember seeing pictures of an actual movie theater, so he might have watched it. They might have given him like an advanced screening of it or something.
Yeah.
The rights to the film and its sequels were owned by Robert Zemeckis and Bob Gale. In a 2015 interview, Zemeckis maintained that no reboot or remake of the film would be authorized during his or Gale's lifetimes. I agree 100%. This is a perfect trilogy, perfect movie. It never needs to be remade. Leave it alone, Hollywood. Get your grimy hands off of it.
Don't dare them; they'll try to do it.
Don't do something stupid
They'll make a
and
Fiero.
make a woke version of it,
It'd be
like
the
they
Tesla.
always do.
It'd be a Tesla.
It'd be a Tesla Model X, little lights on it.
That would be the Cybertruck.
Yeah. Oh.
Cybertruck is the time traveling. Yeah.
Yeah, we could do a whole nother podcast on the loss of creativity, the reboot era that we're in, where this trying to bring back, resurrect these
Oh yeah.
franchises that they should have just left alone. Anyway,
Everybody's got to reach back into that deep well of the '80s and grab something awesome.
the inspiration for the film largely stems from Bob Gale's discovering his father's high school yearbook and wondering whether he would have been friends with his father as a teenager. Gale also said that if he had the chance to go back in time, he would really go back and see if they would have been friends. And that's a prominent chunk of Back to the Future between Marty and George.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, a lot of comedy comes out of that.
Well, thanks, Derrick. Doug, you want to read us some reviews?
I guess.
Don't make me press the button.
I'm going to bring my own sound effects in here.
Oh, you do.
Oh, yeah, you definitely do.
He got his own sound.
Eating a can of Hormel chili.
Got some smell-o-vision, too.
What is that, 4D? Or are we getting all the senses?
I'm welcome to the future. Okay, let's see. Let's see what garbage you've dug out of the internet. 4 out of 10. Overrated time travel. Nicolor, September 5th, 2025.
Recently, okay.
Yeah. Despite its cult status, this film feels underwhelming in many key aspects. The script lacks depth and coherence, relying too heavily on gimmicks rather than strong storytelling. The humor is uneven, and the pacing often drags.
This person is an idiot.
Leaving the narrative less engaging than its reputation suggests. The acting does little to elevate the material, with only a few moments standing out as memorable.
This is a troll. Somebody wrote this.
Visual direction and set design provided some charm, particularly the depiction of the 50s, but even these elements don't fully compensate for the film's shortcomings. The music, while iconic to some, comes across as more serviceable than remarkable. Entertainment value is inconsistent, and the film ultimately feels like a product of nostalgia than a genuinely timeless experience. Instead of transporting me into this world, the film constantly reminded me of how overrated some so-called classics can be. Boo.
Somebody went to ChatGPT and said, write me a negative review, because that's pretty well written. Like, they use good prose, good. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Nobody with a brain actually watches this movie.
This was some 8-year-old that I'm going to tick off some people on the internet today.
No. Don't blame a single-digit kid. This is definitely a teenager right here. This is somebody that probably does movie reviews and stuff like that.
I'm going to jump on Lorraine's dad's bandwagon. He's an idiot. If you ever have a kid like that, I'll disown you. All right. Here we go. This is the next one. 8 out of 10. The ultimate time travel movie. Olsen Famke, January 6, 2007. Think about this, people. All these people, it's on the Marvel bandwagon. What movie did they reference at the end of Marvel's Masterpiece series? They based their whole time travel system on Back to the Future.
Yeah, when they're debating about what kind of time travel they're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I thought it was Hot Tub Time Machine.
Well, he did mention that too. But then he said, you can't talk to yourself. You can't talk to you scaring me because it's, Yeah. All right. I've seen this movie about 100 times, and I never get tired of it. It has great humor, a great plot line. Just the time traveling in the movie intrigues me. Michael J. Fox does an excellent job as Marty, and Christopher Lloyd does an excellent job as Doc Brown. There isn't a single bad actor in the film. The only bad thing about this film is the swearing. I love this film, but there's a bit too much swearing for my taste. It wouldn't be as bad if there was only a little, but there is a ton. I mean, come on. They're not even necessary to the film to make... Wait a minute.
I don't even think I noticed.
I didn't either.
There's a couple words. There's not a ton. Like, there's like a couple. I think, yeah.
They're not even necessary to the film to make me cringe every time I hear them. There are other things that they can say, all in all, if you like movies with good actors, good humor, and good plot points and twist, then this is the movie for you. And this was in 2007. Mm-hmm. But I would agree, today, people put things in the movies in the language they think everybody day to day, this is how people talk. Mm-hmm. And it does nothing.
Tell her not to watch Goodfellas.
Or Scarface.
Casino. Don't watch any of them movies.
Don't watch anything with Joe Pesci as a mob boss.
If you see Joe Pesci and he has a bat in it, don't watch it. Ray Liotta and them guys.
All right, this is going to be Derrick's favorite.
Oh, man.
Is this Roger Ebert?
No, we're not even there yet.
This is from 2020. Stellar year. 1 out of 10. Not so good. Jay Garcia. I feel like this dude, I've read his name before.
I don't know.
He's one of those that he's trying to bring down movies. April 24th, 2020. I can see why certain people, and he didn't put people, he abbreviated it, would like this movie, but I've been watching it myself for several years now, and it's just not for me. But he's been watching it for several years. Okay, I think it's cheesy, just not funny. Apart from the creepy scenes with the young mom hitting on her future son, there's a huge plot hole I've noticed for many years. Why wouldn't his adult parents remember that their son looks identical to the kid from both their past? It's a dumb movie made for a certain group of people.
Okay.
In quotation.
I want to comment on why they wouldn't notice him. First of all, it was 30 years ago when they first met him. They saw him for a few days.
In high school.
So they've gone through a lot of different things. They're not going to remember some guy that just was there for a couple days that they saw maybe for an hour or so a day. They're not going to remember that. I don't care if it looks like just like their son. They're not going to remember that.
I don't remember people I met last week.
I believe that. But I think that theory is so stupid, saying that's a plot hole in this movie. Is why wouldn't they remember Marty?
Yeah, think back to your high school. There are people that I went to school with that I've completely forgotten about. And if I saw them today, 30 years later, I probably wouldn't recognize them.
Yeah. It'd be like, there's something familiar, but no.
And also, they're not going to think, whoa. I think I saw it was kind of a funny joke. They were like, it was making fun of Back to the Future. It was like George thought that Lorraine had an affair with Marty's father because he looked just like the Marty from Calvin Klein from back in the day. So everybody's like, whoa, that's never mind.
Was that the end of that one? We're all much stupider now from hearing what...
No, we're not. That's only for you, Doug. You don't control the soundboard. Go for it.
I am the soundboard.
The best 80s film ever. What do you got?
Okay. 10 out of 10. Best film ever. Serene Balfe.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. November 3rd, 2005. This film is just one of a kind. The charm and wit are so good in it, will have you wonder how they came up with such a concept. Michael J. Fox is at his best, as are the rest of the cast. Humor, comedy, science fiction. This film has it all. The film will remain timeless. I would urge anyone who loves films to add this one to their list now. The special effects are still great looking, look far better than most effects today. Your heart will still be in your mouth when Marty races towards the clock tower in a bid to get struck by lightning. This is a film you will watch again and again and again and will always put a smile on your face.
Finally, somebody with some brain matter.
Let's see what Mr. Ebert says. We got one from him today. Back to the Future is a time travel comedy that follows Marty, a teenager, who travels back to the 1950s and meets his parents as teenagers. The film explores paradoxes and predicaments of a kid meeting their own parents, with hilarious results. Directed by Robert Zemeckis and produced by Steven Spielberg, the movie has a lighthearted, humanist tone reminiscent of Frank Capra's It's a Wonderful Life. The film's surprises and running gags include the town's changes over 30 years and its own charms and laughter. 3.5 out of 4 stars. Well, Mr. Ebert liked it.
Yeah.
Still too low.
All right. Thanks, Doug. So let's get into our scene by scene here.
Use your words.
I don't think no.
He's running out of buttons to push.
No, I got more. Okay, so scene 1. Marty McFly visits Doc Brown's lab where he receives an invitation to an experiment at 1:15 a.m. He's late for school and his band is rejected in the talent contest. Upon returning home, he finds the car wrecked, ruining his weekend plans. We meet Biff Tannen, a childhood bully of Marty's father, George McFly. Lorraine reveals how she and George met and fell in love. Marty grabs Doc's camera on his way to meet him at the mall.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
So I noticed a ton more when we went back and saw it again.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's like right in your face, so
Yeah.
you notice a lot.
Yeah. That opening scene is so intriguing.
There's so much foreshadowing.
Oh yes.
That's like the definition of foreshadowing
Yes.
right there. And just
You
that
got all the
opening-
clocks ticking.
And you see the man hanging. Isn't he hanging from a clock?
Yeah.
Hanging from a clock. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But you see all the clocks on the wall ticking.
Then there's like a Toyota ad
Yeah.
for advertising the Toyotas.
Yeah. You look at there's definitely product placement in the movie,
So much.
even down to the Alpo dog food
Pepsi.
or
Yeah.
Kintel or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So that first scene's pretty iconic. You got Marty McFly coming in and plugging into the gigantic amp, bumping it up to 11. Yeah.
And you notice
And
that
then
they don't
blowing
show
it
his
out.
face for
Yeah.
like a good 30 seconds. Like you see his feet, and then you just see the back of him as he's plugging in, and then
When he turns the guitar up. You hear the
Yeah. Yeah. Another thing that's cool is you're dealing with an inventor when you see the elaborate little machine process that he's made to dump the food out.
Makes the toast
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
burnt toast. It keeps on pushing it down, pulling it back up.
Yeah.
The automatic. There's a lot of automated stuff that he's invented in
Yeah.
in his lab, coffee maker and everything.
So what's interesting is when after the big blowout and he leaves, I don't know why I never noticed this, but Doc Brown's house is like next door to a Burger King.
Yeah.
And there's actually like Burger King wrappers
Wrappers
and stuff in the
everywhere.
floor. And I never noticed that.
Well, okay, so I'm wondering, is that the same garage as his garage from the 50s?
Yes.
Is that the same
Because he
garage?
sold off the house and property and the estate.
Yeah.
And he kept the garage.
So okay. I always wondered that if that was it's supposed to be the same garage or he just bought like a new one or whatever.
And so when he comes out, that's when he jumps on the back of the
Little Ranger, ain't it?
the little truck and rides the skateboard into
And he
town.
keeps on grabbing different ones throughout the
Yeah.
town.
Yeah. And you think it's weird nobody freaks out when they look and see a kid hanging on.
Well, that guy, he just kept on looking back.
like waving at him. Hey.
So this movie is just a perfect encapsulation of the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
There's so much 80s goodness in that, from down to the old school like Burger King logo.
Yeah.
It actually
the
looked like a
skateboard,
burger.
the jeans and the high tops.
Nike was a big
Oh yeah.
product placement in this movie. I feel like everybody was wearing Nikes. I think
Pepsi.
even Doc was actually. When they finally get into Hill Valley and he's holding on to that Jeep going through the town and stuff.
Yeah.
That town is actually they've used it for
Didn't they use it in Gremlins?
Yeah, it was Gremlins, downtown Gremlins. It's used in so many movies. They still use it today. They just redress it for whatever they need for. It's actually at the Universal Studios backlot in California.
So they use it for Hill Valley 1955, 1985. They use it for the 2000 whatever 15 version.
Yeah. The only thing they actually rebuilt the one in the third one. They actually went to like a field
And then they used the 1885 version.
And you can actually go there and visit it. You like take tours and stuff. Unfortunately, I didn't get to go see it because I thought it was actually on the backlot tour at Universal, but it's a separate all day tour that you can take, and they like feed you and all that stuff.
Next time.
Oh, I already told Beth. I said next time we go to California, I want to do that tour. Because it's like I said, it's not cheap. It's like $200 or something to do it. But it's like an 8-hour tour where you visit all that stuff. They feed you and you get to. The movie sets are amazing at Universal there.
So this is when he goes to school. He's late. Mm-hmm. You meet Principal Skinner.
Did you notice no, not Principal Skinner. Skinner's Simpsons, isn't it? Vernon? No. What's his name?
Huh?
The principal.
Principal's name in
Back to the Future?
I have to look it up.
Skinner's Simpsons.
You are right. That's Simpsons. I think I've been calling him Skinner the whole time.
I think isn't it Vernon or something like that? Starts with a V, doesn't it?
No, Strickland.
Strickland. Yeah.
Think about it.
As soon as you said Skinner, it just made me think of Simpsons. It popped in my head.
Excellent.
Well, did you notice like the nose touch when he was like,
Oh yeah.
you'll amount to nothing," and just like it's like just a tap.
Marty had
That-
to come
that
like,
is such a
"Hey,
great-
serious."
He hands him a late pass.
Yeah.
And then you meet Biff, right?
No,
After school,
after
yeah.
school and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. Well, this is where we meet Lorraine, not Lorraine. What's Jennifer?
Jennifer.
That's where we meet Jennifer and stuff.
And he's wrecked the Nova.
But they go into the talent show, and their band actually plays "The Power of Love"
Yeah.
with Huey Lewis sitting there as the judge.
Yeah.
He's got his
Too
hair
loud,
slicked
too
back
loud.
with glasses.
You guys are just too loud.
So this is kind of where, Marty is feeling like he keeps on doubting himself. Mm-hmm. He's like, I'm never gonna
take that kind of rejection.
Yeah, I mean, he's exactly like his dad.
Yeah.
He's exactly like it because Jennifer's telling him you need to send your tape in to the radio station, and he's like, I just don't know if I can, deal with rejection like that. And this is where we see that she writes, the Save the Clock Tower flyer.
Save the clock tower. The clock tower. Yeah, you get the ride in your face.
And he just gives her a quarter.
Yeah, that's where you see the first introduction of the clock tower being struck by lightning.
More foreshadowing.
Yes.
And it's absolutely a character in the film.
Yeah, because he uses that flyer later on to show Doc proof that there was a lightning bolt.
Yeah. So then they go home, and you see the McFly home.
Yeah.
And that's when you get back to the McFly home, and you see that the car's been wrecked by Biff.
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me there was a blind spot?
Yeah.
How'd you loan me a car with a block? What I want to know is who's going to pay for this beer I spilt all over my tie? This is a mess.
I tell you what, they did a great job making everybody look old. Like,
Yeah.
in 1985, they made Biff look great. I mean, Lorraine and George,
Yeah.
they all actually looked like they were old. Lorraine looked terrible.
Yeah.
in this future, in this present.
They bring out the Jailbird Joey cake.
Yeah. Your Uncle Joey didn't make parole again.
Yeah. They're sitting around what's cool in this scene is, and this is totally an 80s thing, they're sitting at the kitchen table, they're eating dinner as a family, but they're watching TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Which
was
they
like
do back in the 50s as well.
It was like on a rolling cart. Wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
And that's where
Roll.
that's where you get his laugh. I love this one. But aren't they watching the Jackie Gleason
Jackie
Yeah.
Gleason.
episode that they see in 1955?
Yeah.
He's like, hey, I've seen this.
Yeah. And I can never figure out, but in the middle of dinner, George McFly pours a bowl of peanut brittle and just starts eating it. I'm like, what is that?
So there was a deleted scene of him getting a kids are trying to sell this peanut brittle for like scouts or whatever, and they convince George, because George is willing just to please everybody. They convince him to buy like an entire case, like 30 boxes worth. There's actually a deleted scene of him buying it all. And so that's the reason for that, but they just thought it was kind of
like it's
Yeah.
cereal.
I don't know. Were you guys a fan of peanut brittle? I was never.
I like peanut brittle.
Yeah,
It's nothing like I'm desiring to go find.
If it's there on a bowl in front of me, I'm going to eat it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the reason for the just random pouring out peanut brittle at dinner. And this is where we kind of reveal
Enchantment Under the Sea dance.
Yeah, she's kind of just telling her story, but it's kind of like it's kind of fogged, I guess you could say, because she's not really revealing how she was.
Well, she's drinking the entire time. Let's not
Yes,
show
exactly. Vodka too.
Vodka, yeah.
Just and there's beer sitting there too, so she's been drinking beer and vodka.
You tell us the story when Grandpa hit Dad with a car.
Yeah. Well, and she's talking about I would never do that back in the day. I would never be that forward and asking a man out on a date.
Yeah, because she's lecturing her daughter not to call a boy.
And we all find out she does every bit of that.
Yes.
She was very forward, like she says.
So we get into Doc's message to Marty to come meet him at 1:15 a.m.
Yeah, he tells him, he's like, you didn't turn that amp on, did you? Full blast. And he's like, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
I think that was a problem with the amp. That was good.
And then one thing I noticed rewatching recently, when Marty falls asleep, he's on a waterbed.
Is he?
Did you notice that?
I didn't notice.
That's it.
I just noticed how
I'm pretty sure he's on a waterbed.
I just noticed how weird he's sleeping with his arm
Dude,
behind his back,
looks
and
like he just got tapped out in a wrestling match or something.
it's like somebody had him and just threw him on the bed, and he fell asleep that way. I notice it every time.
And Doc calls him and wake him up at 12:30 because he knows he slept in.
What? No. I'm up. I wasn't asleep. No.
So then he gets on the skateboard and he goes to the mall. The Twin Pines Mall.
Derrick, and I pointed this out to you. I don't know if you heard me, Doug, but when we went and saw an IMAX, we had Fuddruckers that day. You can see in that strip mall behind it a Fuddrucker.
That's right.
Yeah.
Which I always thought was like, Fuddruckers!
That's true.
Yeah. So, yeah, Marty grabs that. I love that camera.
It's a JVC.
It's
JVC,
awesome. Well, okay, so we talked about this. Was it a VHS?
I don't think it was a VHS.
So was it beta? It was a beta?
Beta.
Yeah. Because the VHS one was even
For those
bigger
of
than
you
that.
who don't have a clue, go Google that. Beta versus VHS. There was a format war back in the 80s over who would have dominance. Kind of like what they did with Blu-ray versus HD DVD. There was a format war for that.
Well, wasn't the problem with beta? Wasn't you couldn't hold as much? Like you had to have two VHS or two betas to equal one VHS or something like that.
Supposedly, beta was better quality, but it was more expensive.
And it was
VHS
smaller.
was cheaper, and you could get more tape.
Yeah.
So
'Cause it was-
VHS won.
Because to tell you guys how beta was like probably let's say that about that
A little bit bigger than a cassette tape.
Yeah, it was because it was literally like one reel from a VHS. It was just like almost half the size of a VHS. But yeah, it didn't. I remember seeing betas like at flea markets and stuff like 20 years ago. I was like, I didn't know what beta was at the time. I was like, what is that? And my brother would tell me that's a beta. And he's like, yeah, those.
It's just like
They didn't last very long.
No.
it's set up on the inside like the way an 8-track is.
Yeah.
Because you ever know they put all that music on 8-track, but it reeled itself.
Yeah.
If you ever had your player eat an 8-track, you had to pull it out and pull down one side and just pull itself back up.
Yeah.
So I had a grandpa that had an 8-track player. And I can remember riding around in one of the cars that he had with an 8-track in it. And he had taken like a folded up playing card and shoved it in the corner.
Yes.
To keep that thing, on balance so that it would play.
It was like a side A, side B type of thing.
Yeah.
So if the tape leaned too much off the magnet,
Yeah.
Start picking up the other sides. That's what mess it up. So you have to have like a.
But there wasn't no rewind or
No,
fast forward.
no,
Like you just had to play through the 8-track.
Yeah, the only way to change it is like the B. You hit the B button, A or the B, and it would change direction, so it would play something else.
I want
on the other side.
I want to say because my dad, when I was a kid, we had like one of those what they call it conversion vans where they had like
Oh yeah.
like a little TV in the middle.
Disco van.
I want to say it had an 8-track
Probably
tape
did.
player in it, and I didn't know what it was, and he was like, "Yeah, this is 8-track," and he had some. I think he had a couple like Elvis 8-tracks and
Oh,
stuff.
dude, yeah. AC/DC was on all those guys. Aerosmith, they're all on 8-track.
Yeah. All right, you guys want to?
So yeah, but that camcorder, man.
Yeah.
I think we were
awesome.
joking when we were watching that movie. Like he's got headphones, he's got a Walkman,
Yeah.
he's got
That's another thing that's like super valuable today is all that
man.
Walkman.
Sony Walkman.
Yeah, it's like
because he uses the Walkman later on to put it over the ears of George.
That's
when
right.
he's
Yeah,
pretending to be Darth Vader.
Darth Vader. Yeah.
So he's got that. He's got the camcorder. And you see a lot of 80s tech in there. And
Yeah.
now it's all in one. Like we have all that in our phone.
He's got the Casio
And more.
watch.
Yeah, he's got the
alarm goes
Casio
off
watch.
in the theater. I'm in the phone booth.
Some of that 80s tech, man.
I will say his room was pretty awesome. He had that like I was just noticing how he was sleeping. I was really looking at the background. He had that like shelves as his bed frame,
Who didn't have that alarm clock back then?
and he had all
That
kinds of
alarm
awesome
clock with that wood paneling.
Yes.
Come on.
I
Yes.
had that. I definitely had
Everybody had a wood paneling alarm clock.
Yeah, with
They-
the red
I still got one at home.
These
Those
LEDs.
things are like them Cryo Zero, them Nokia phones. You just can't break them.
Oh yeah. So he goes to the mall in scene 2, and that's where you get the greatest vehicle reveal of all time. I challenge you to find a greater vehicle reveal in cinema than the DeLorean rolling off of that trailer with the smoke.
Yeah, and the V8 noises.
Yeah, they definitely put in the V8 noises.
I'd say maybe the only one that would not surpass it, maybe up there with it, would be the Batman '89 reveal of the Batmobile when it first rolls up and they run out of. He's saving her, and they run out of the building, and they see it for the first time.
Well, I think the one from the Batman, the newest one, when he reveals
The Challenger?
first. Yes.
Or seeing the Ecto 1 for the first time. I'd say that was that's
Well,
up
there's
there
some up
too.
there, but Back to the Future is.
Yeah.
That they definitely built that one up.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And the way that they did it with the smoke and they did it with the cold,
Yeah.
you're expecting it to be hot, but it's
Cold.
but it's cold from passing through time.
All right, let's move on to scene 2 then. And so Doc reveals his time machine from a DeLorean, sending Einstein 1 minute into the future. He explains the plutonium-powered machine stolen from the Libyans. I wrote this weird. I was looking at it just didn't sound right, so I just went with it. Stolen from the Libyans who shoot him. I don't know. Marty travels back to 1955. Sometimes it's hard to write these. I'm like, sometimes it just doesn't make sense to me, but travels back to 1955.
It's a lot for you, I'd say.
Finds Emmett Brown, addresses and sees young versions of people. I'm not reading this right. You're distracting me, Doug.
Doing anything?
Doug, don't look at him.
Okay, I'm going to start right here. Listen. Marty travels back to 1955, finds Emmett Brown's address, and sees young versions of people, including Biff and George McFly. He spies on a woman getting dressed and saves his father from a car accident, but is knocked out. He wakes up to see his young mother, Lorraine.
So let's back up and talk about that vehicle reveal.
Yeah. You see the...
So they add the V8 sounds,
yeah.
but you can sort of go with it because this thing's been souped up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's definitely been raised.
It's been raised. It's been souped up. It's got all this futuristic tech in it. The flux capacitor.
Well, and you don't even see Doc at first. You just see the ramp
Car.
coming down, and then the steam.
And you're just in the back, you hear that little bit of the music start playing.
Yeah.
It starts building up.
What a great way to explain the plot of the movie. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
And they use the dog Einstein to send him 1 minute ahead. They're explaining the rules in the universe and the mechanics of how we're going to do this time travel. And as he says in the movie, why a DeLorean? I figure if you're going to create a time machine, better do it with some style.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not? I mean,
I'm glad it's a DeLorean, not an IROC Z.
Oh. Well, I mean, and he kind of leans into the stainless steel construction. He starts
trying to be
blur about
scientific
some
about it.
scientific stuff about
Yeah.
it, but
But
do it with a little style.
But if you think about it, if you go back to 1985, like the DeLorean was the Tesla of that time, because it was created to look futuristic. It was different with the stainless steel. Like it was made to be the car of the future with the wing, butterfly doors, and all that.
yeah.
Full circle with stainless steel vehicles. That's Cybertruck.
So whether you like the Cybertruck or not, you think about it today. If Back to the Future would be made, they would probably pick a Tesla. They might use a Cybertruck.
I think
Cybertruck might have been towing them or something. Might have been the work vehicle. I don't know.
So one thing that they explain here about where he gets the plutonium from the Libyans.
Yeah.
If you go back to the very opening scene in the garage and the TV turns on, there's a broadcast about the Libyans.
Yeah.
If you go back and watch it, you'll see it. I never noticed that until.
Well, and you see the trunk too, because when Marty pushes his skateboard, it hits the
That's
trunk.
right. Yeah, yeah.
It's underneath the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you think about that. Doc had to go back home to get that case of plutonium. He'd have saw the destruction Marty left there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and no telling where Doc really was at that moment, so he could have been in the field or something, still building the DeLorean at the time. Because I mean, I feel like in this scene, he's still unsure. He's confident that it's going to work, but he's still not 100% that it's going to actually travel through time.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. Getting it up to 88 and the explosion, the special effects, because that's definitely a wow moment.
Yeah.
As a kid, when you're watching that for the first time, it has a profound effect on you.
Mm-hmm.
And they stand there in the middle of the parking lot. They don't move because, when
Marty starts sliding off the side.
He's like,
Doc looks at it.
it looks like he's controlling it with like an RC.
RC control.
Yeah, radio control. Yeah, it's awesome. He's got the tires spinning and
But that moment when it hits 88 and goes ahead into time, activates the flux capacitor,
all that light.
you get that flash of light, and then you get the stream of flames from the tires left behind.
yeah.
I mean that's a powerful scene.
It works. It works.
I mean, you got to think about it. Like at the time when they're making this movie, nobody's ever visualized time travel like this before.
No.
This is why it's so stunning. And the special effects, all this is done practically.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There's no CG to do this.
No. CG wasn't around.
So they have to figure out practical and inventive ways to make this look cool.
Well, and the fact that they literally, I mean, I can't say for sure how it was done, but they just laid like gasoline down as tire tracks and then lit it on fire. And to make that showing you how fast the DeLorean is going into time to burn rubber and cause the road to catch on fire is just, well, like we can see. Is
Well, they did it
awesome.
with, in that documentary we watched on Star Wars. And when they showed them, they painted the inlays, so they'd have them inlays later where they'd shoot through. And part of the background was painted, and they would insert little sections into it in steels. Mm-hmm. That's how they did that. That's why it looks so awesome. Mm-hmm.
Well, and then Marty is like freaking out. Think he thinks he killed.
You killed Einstein.
And it's so funny because I think it's funny that Doc almost forgets that the DeLorean's coming back.
Yeah, it's a minute.
And he's like, "Oh!" And he pushes Marty out of the way, and the DeLorean comes back.
Man, everything about it, the sound effects, the visualization of it. I mean, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
There's nothing else like it.
And, speaking of that, the have you seen that new Goodyear commercial where it's showing the different tires?
Oh yeah.
At one point, it shows the Back to the Future
Does it?
tires spinning. Yeah.
That's cool. So the Libyans show
The
up.
Libyans show up. Yeah.
And I thought it was so funny. Doc, he's like, I'll draw the fire. And he pulls out like a little 6-shooter.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work. And then I guess you could say, so they did officially kill him in this timeline. Would you say?
Okay, there's all kinds of debates about this.
Yeah.
Did they actually kill him?
One of the paradoxes of this.
Well,
Yes and no.
yeah. Because Marty doesn't know.
He hasn't gone back in time yet. I mean, it's weird if you think about it.
Yeah.
Right. If you really lay it out, he hasn't gone back in time yet
to warn him.
to warn him.
Yeah. So I think in this timeline he actually died, but then as soon as Marty went back, it changed all of that.
Sure. Yeah.
So that's the way I'm gonna look into it. So Marty gets in the DeLorean, and it's funny because he's being chased by the Libyans and all that stuff, and then he decides to go back. Well, I guess he doesn't even realize that he's about to go back in time, right?
No, I think he's shifting in the third, and that's when he hits the time circuits, turns them on.
Yeah.
And then they do the spin around past the photo booth in the mall parking lot. Yeah.
Photo booth. There's a thing that nobody
Photo booth.
knows what is anymore.
And he turns around and let's see if y'all can do 90. And then he pulls it into fifth gear and floors it.
Yeah. And it's awesome how this is the first time they actually show it, what it looks like in the
inside,
DeLorean going
Yeah.
through time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like a window he goes through almost. It's bright, flashes, and then boom.
And then he's in the woods.
And then he drives into that barn.
So he's got the yellow
Radiation
jumpsuit,
suit.
the radiation suit
Yeah.
on. So when he crashes into the farmer's barn and they come out, they think he's an alien.
Yeah, because that kid has that
brings the comic
book.
book out. They think he's an alien, and there's a funny scene there where they try and shoot him with the shotgun.
Yeah. And this is when he runs over one of the pines.
Yes.
Oh.
Because Doc
Lone Pine Mall.
Because Doc explains earlier, he's like, yeah, back in 1955, this was just one big field, and there was a
This crazy-
strange farmer.
had a
Pine
crazy
tree
idea
farmer.
about
Very
fruit.
strange.
He was
Pine
obsessed
trees.
with pines, and he kind of just stands there and just thinks about it for a second. Pines. So he runs over one of the pines, so it became. We'll eventually see this becomes the lone pine.
Yeah. But there's so many layers to this movie that you can analyze. One of them is how if you live in a place for a long time, you see the change over time, and maybe as you live through it, you don't notice it. But like you pointed out there, he's thinking back. Oh yeah, 30 years ago, this place was very different. It's a parking lot now.
Yeah.
And if you live in a place for a long time, you can do that. You can think back. Like I've lived here in Asheville for all my life, and I can think back to what this place was when I was a kid. It was nothing like what it is now.
Or when they
in terms
built
of
the
the
building
development,
mall.
and I remember when the mall was built.
Yeah.
I remember.
That used to be nothing but farmland
Yeah.
up there.
I mean, guys, you remember when Walmart was on Tunnel Road?
Yeah,
Now it's Ingalls.
Yep.
yeah.
As soon as you go through the tunnel, you take that first right, bam, there it is.
Yeah, I still remember all that.
But it's kind of weird how when you're living through it, you don't think about it or you don't notice it. But the passage of time is a weird thing.
Oh yeah, I've told people like
Yeah, Walmart
if you
across from the Greyhound bus terminal.
yeah. Well, now it's like it's like a restaurant now, that Greyhound
Yeah.
place now. Well, I've told people like if you came back here in the 90s, you'd think you're in a different town. It's a totally different town
yeah.
now.
Not to say it's great, but yeah, it's different. It's
Yeah.
different.
So Marty, he's in that DeLorean. He stops in the middle of the road, and he's still not completely understanding that he just traveled through time. And then he sees the Lion Estates.
Yeah, they're just building it.
Because the first thing he thought of, he's going home.
Well, he kind of starts freaking out, and he's still wearing the yellow radiation suit, and that old couple freak out. Go!
He's already mutated into human form. Of course, the little kid's throwing gaslighting his dad.
So
he runs out of. Does he run out of gas, or is it?
I think just the
plutonium?
car
It just peters
breaks down.
out. It
Yeah,
just
you know
stops,
the good old DeLorean breaks down.
Yeah.
What, this is like the third time or something in the movie?
And that's when he looks at the time circuits and realizes,
Well, I don't think he still doesn't believe it until he actually goes into Hill Valley and he's seeing Hill Valley, because in '85 Hill Valley's like a trash town.
Yeah.
There's everything's closed, or there's like porno.
Dilapidated.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, it's bad. And he's like noticing everything's nice and clean and people are happy and bless you. And then he picks up that newspaper and he sees it that it's, what is it, November
5th.
Is it November 5th? 1955. Bless you, Derrick.
Man, I got the sneezing fit.
And that's when he starts freaking out, and that's when he runs into that shop, the ice cream shop.
Yeah. Because he sees the phone sign.
Mm-hmm. And so he runs over to the phone book. Now, you guys still have a phone book?
Sorry, it's like number 4.
Oh, good. You guys still got a phone book in your house?
Lord, no.
I think those got took out of the house when me and my sister used to beat each other up with it.
I thought it was so hilarious how he just tears a page out of that phone book. And the guy,
the Terminator too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Original Terminator.
So this is when he kind of starts asking, did you just get off the boat or something like that? Because he's wearing that puffy vest.
Yeah.
Scared you're going to drown? That's what Biff says to him. But,
So you get into 1955 Hill Valley, and it's clean, it's picturesque. They got Mr. Sandman.
all the
Sydney,
gas
Green.
attendants come out at
Yeah.
the gas station. check
It's like
your
the idealized version of Americana,
Norman Rockwell
1955.
type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he goes into the diner, and hey man, you gonna order something?
Sure, give me a tab. I'll give you a tab when you order something.
Yeah, just it's so clever, the thinking back about the dialogue, the
Yeah.
things you say.
Yeah.
If you were dropped back in time 30 years ago and you weren't ready for it, I mean, there's a lot of things you're not thinking about. Even down to what you say.
Yeah.
Assumptions you have. So he sits down and at first he asks for a Pepsi free.
Yeah.
Well, nobody knows what that is.
No.
In 1955, of course, that's a Pepsi with it's caffeine free.
I want a Pepsi free, pal.
You're gonna pay for it.
Just give me something with no sugar in it. And he gives
Pours
him
him a black cup
black
of coffee.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden you hear McFly.
yeah.
Biff walks in and they
Got his cronies with him this time.
Yeah, they both
They both turn around. Yeah, that's where he meets his dad,
he's like freaking out too.
and he's eating oatmeal or something. Yeah, his dad's a total nerd.
Hey, I like oatmeal.
But it's the same. It's the same thing over again.
Yeah.
It's like the same trope. Like I gotta get my homework copied from you. What would it look like if I turned it in your handwriting? You know, I gotta have time to copy. It's like the same thing that played out in the home at the beginning of the movie. I gotta get those reports.
Yeah.
George is reliving his
Think,
life.
McFly.
Fly.
Yeah,
Nothing
I
changed
have
with
time to
George.
retype it. And he said typing, so
Yeah.
that was...
Yeah. So I can't turn this in with somebody else's handwriting. You wouldn't want that, would you? I could get expelled. You wouldn't want that, would you?
McFly?
Of course not.
He had to think about it.
Would you? And he's like, "You're George McFly." Yeah, so?
you also meet Mayor Goldie Hawn.
There's a Gobity Wilson.
Goldie Wilson. Goldie Hawn is a woman. Mayor Goldie Wilson.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
I'm going to be mayor. I'll clean up this town. And then the guy comes about, well, you can start right now. And he
Yeah.
hands him a broom to
Yeah.
mop sweep the floors.
So, and this is where we see, Marty realizes that George is gone, and then he runs after him. And this is where
He's
see
up in the tree.
He's up in the tree.
George is up in the tree, and he's like,
Tom.
What's he doing?
he's a peeping Tom.
He was looking in a girl's window watching her change her clothes. and that's when he falls into the street.
And so that's where originally they were going to take George in the house after hitting him with the car.
Yep, yep.
And then that's
where
when
everything changes.
Lorraine was going to fall in love with him.
Marty pushes him out of the way.
What I always found so funny is the dad says, whatever the mom's name is, I can't remember her name, but another kid fell from the tree.
I know.
So apparently this happens a lot.
That must be a spot. That girl needs to quit changing in front of that window.
So Marty is the one that gets hit, and George runs away, and then this is where he wakes up and see his young mom
in the pitch black, and all he hears is the voice.
And Marty's like,
voice.
you're so hot, you're so thin."
Yeah.
This is where she apparently, for some weird reason, she took his pants off.
Yeah.
And he
Calvin Klein.
notice he's
Calvin
wearing
Klein.
purple Calvin Klein
You
underwear.
ever seen purple underwear before? Did your mom put your name on your underwear?
That's another thing from the 80s, the Calvin Klein
Yeah.
product placement.
Huge.
Of course,
Calvin
but-
Klein was huge. So this is kind of where we meet the rest of like Lorraine's. Well, I guess his grandparents, Lorraine's
He
parents,
meets
and
Uncle Joey.
Uncle Joey, and he's like,
in
"Get
the,
used to
playpen.
these."
Yeah.
Yeah.
He cries whenever we take him out of there. So we just leave him
And you know they what is it? What did you say? It was Jackie Gleason that they're watching?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great scene around the dinner table again.
Yeah.
It's a replay of the original scene in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Except this one's got a really weird twist.
Well, and because he asked the dad, he's like, "Hey, do you know where whatever the doc's address is?" And he's like, "Yeah, that's on whatever it is." And he's like, "Oh, that's on JFK Boulevard." And he's like,
Who the hell's JFK?
"Who the hell's JFK?"
Yeah. There's something else in the family. The younger brother who's sitting at the table. Did I not point out to you when we were watching that? Didn't I say that's one of the brothers from the Wonder Years?
Yeah.
That's the
older brother?
Yeah.
Older brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and do you recognize the mom? That's the Gremlins mom.
Yeah.
The Scream mom. She was the mom. Footloose.
Oh,
She was
okay.
the mom in Footloose. She was the mom in the 80s.
There you
She
go.
was in so many things. All right, do you guys want to move on to scene 3?
Sure.
Okay.
So, well, hang on.
Oh,
one
no,
thing.
you're good. Go
One thing. I know somebody mentioned in their review that they didn't like the weirdness of the mom hitting on her son. Mm-hmm. They actually talk about that on the DVD,
Yeah.
about how they were going to handle that, like the directors,
Yeah.
and it not be done in a creepy way.
Yeah.
At this point in the movie, if you don't get it that this is comedy,
Yeah.
like it's ridiculous, yes, but it's done in such a way that it's you in the audience, you're not thinking this is creepy.
No.
This is funny.
Yeah.
This is an incredible situation,
That you've got your
a comedy of errors
Yeah.
that involves the time travel element.
I've never
watched this,
No.
nor have I ever watched it with anybody who thought this was creepy.
No. I think
gotta
that's
look back to the
today.
year that
Yeah.
one was written too. So
Yeah, I think if I don't know, it's a today thing.
It's just funny because she doesn't know that's her future son. He knows that's his young mom, and so he tries to stay away, but she can't because she's fallen for him.
pursuing him.
Yeah.
Which she says she never did that.
In which she later on when they're in the car, that quickly changes when she kisses him.
Yeah.
You remind me of my brother.
Yeah.
So
It's not written in a way that it's
No.
in any way creepy or I don't know where people get that from. I think
like you said, today.
yeah.
Today, yeah.
All right. So scene 3. Marty visits Doc, claiming to be from 1985. Unbelieving, Marty tells him how he invented time travel. They need 1.1.
1.21.
21
Oh, did I?
gigawatts.
Excuse me.
Gigawatt.
Is it gigawatts or gigawatts?
Gigawatt.
Gigawatts?
Okay.
Okay. Gigawatts to power it, and lightning is the only source. Marty shows Doc a flyer of a lightning strike, the clock tower. the day they plan to send Marty back. Marty reveals he ran into his parents and altered his future. He plans to make George and Lorraine fall in love.
All right, so here you get another plot exposition, just like you did in the previous scene where you get the exposition of time travel.
Yeah.
This is a reset now. Now we have to figure out how are we going to fix the mess that he's made and how are we going to power the DeLorean without plutonium.
Yeah. Well, and I was going to point this out earlier. There's a few things he's already changed. The Twin Pines Mall. So that he ran over one of the pines. So that's the first thing that he's changed.
Yeah.
And then also Goldie Wilson putting that in his mind.
idea in his head.
That he's going to be mayor
Inception.
one day. Yeah.
Inception.
Yeah. So, but that was something that had to happen in his timeline. So you think about that.
Yeah. But you could also say, though, it happened earlier than he thought. So maybe it didn't happen. You know, he didn't think about it till 20 years later or whatever. But and then we see that he's changed his own future, possibly destroying his own future by pushing George out of the way of getting hit by the car.
And it's something else, a lot of people don't know about the photo. You carried photos with you back then. Photos of your family. That's just, you got it digitally now, so nobody carries physical photos.
Well, they show, that's a really interesting way to show the cause and effect relationship throughout the movie is the siblings are disappearing in the well, they're all disappearing in the picture.
Well, there was only two things that Marty had with him that could prove that he was from the future. He attempted with the photograph, but Doc was like, "Well, it was a terrible attempt at a Photoshop or whatever he called it back then."
Forgery.
Yeah, and then the flyer. The flyer was the second, but also him trying to convince him he's from 1985, but of course he doesn't believe him. And this is when the Ronald Reagan line comes up. He's like, "Who's president?" "Ronald Reagan." "The actor?"
Yeah, you think about it. It's if you were in that situation, if you were a time traveler and you had to go back and convince somebody that you were from a different time,
what would you tell them?
I mean, that's kind of a unique situation. How are you going to do that? And you wouldn't believe them. You'd think this person's schizo.
Well, it's just hilarious how, because Ronald Reagan was a celebrity before he became president, it just happened to fall when he was the celebrity in 1955.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, I mean, he doesn't truly convince until he tells him how he got the bump on his head.
Yeah, how he invented time travel.
Yeah.
He tells him the story of how he fell off the toilet and hit his head
on the sink.
When he came to, he drew the picture of the flux.
Yeah, and that's when he takes him to the DeLorean
and reaches back there and flips it on.
And Christopher Lloyd has some great facial expressions.
Are amazing.
He's like Jim Carrey before Jim Carrey, with his crazy expressions.
Well, and then they tow back the DeLorean back to his shop, and that's when he starts hooking up the camera.
Yeah.
Which I find hilarious
really
how I guess
that's one thing about the movie that really pushes it. Like, how are you going to hook up a 1985 JVC to a 1955
to TV?
I guess things were still things were kind of basic in the 80s. Unlike today, it would be impossible to hook up something today to back.
Yeah.
Well, they did. Okay, in the 50s, this was before they had the coax cable you could screw into the back. Yeah. All it was, you ever see the little TVs that had the little square panel with the screws on it?
Yeah.
That connect like UHF, VHF, stuff like that. So, I mean, there's ways to tap into it, but...
I mean, it's not impossible.
Yeah.
It's not like the most egregious
that's what I'm saying. I think today it would be. To try to hook an iPhone up to a 1950s TV would be impossible.
Yeah.
I want to know where he got the RCA jacks that come out of the camera itself. Did he happen to have those with him?
It's kind of like that scene in The Shining when they're sitting in the Overlook Hotel watching the TV and the TV's not plugged up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of like one of those things.
One of them things.
Just
where you see it and you notice it and you're like, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But you just roll with it.
So this is when he shows him the video, kind of what he filmed of the DeLorean. And this is where he freaks out.
I still got my hair.
Well, no, I was gonna say he freaks out of realize what it's gonna take. Like he doesn't have plutonium; it's impossible. Then also what it takes to power the time circuits, and he freaks out and runs out of the house. And like Marty's like, "What's a gigawatt? What is that?" He doesn't know.
It's a gigawatt.
That's where also you get the explanation from Doc Brown on the chalkboard about here's the timeline, here's the tangent universe that you have created, and so you get that exposition dump there, but it's done in a way that it's not.
You're thinking of part 2.
No, this is
The chalkboard.
Well, he's explaining it to where he's talking to him, saying, "Okay, you cannot. It's going to when they find out about they know when a lightning strike's going. So okay, that's the planet. Well, you gotta." And Marty's like, "Yeah, I can hang out in 55. You can show me around."
Oh, okay.
He's like, "No, you gotta stay here.
it
You
sent
can't
you off
interact."
into an alternate 1955 timeline. Remember all that?
I remember that from part 2.
It's in part 1.
Is it?
Yeah.
And that's when Marty confesses, "Well, I kind of run into my parents."
Yeah.
He's like, "You haven't done anything yet, have you, Marty?" "Yeah, I kind of ran into my parents." And then that's when he's like, let me see that photograph.
picture." Yeah.
Yeah.
And his brother's head was gone.
Yeah. So this is kind of where they get
Then they go to the school.
school. Well, I guess he hands him the flyer and shows him where exactly. Well, I guess we already said that.
They're brainstorming how they
Yeah.
can get him to fall in love, and then he has this hilarious line when they go to school about there's got to be some sort of social interaction that takes place.
Standing in front of the enchantment under the sea.
Yeah, he's like, oh look, a rhythmic something. It's so funny.
Rhythmic ritual.
Yeah,
when Doc first, it was the part where George is he has that kick me sign on him, and he's just getting kicked like crazy. And Doc's like,
"Which one's your dad?
Are you sure you're that's your dad?"
Were you adopted?
Were you
Did he
adopted?
say you were adopted.
so which is kind of weird that Doc Brown is in the school, but anyway, they hatch that plan there that they got to get those two to fall in love again.
And they show Strickland again, and that's when Marty first sees Strickland. Like, man, did he ever have hair?
Yeah. And that's when he sees Lorraine.
Did you notice how how he was trying to be smooth? He put his hand on the locker beside her, and then she goes up to Marty, and he just
it's Calvin.
he just walks away with his head up, looking up.
So you get that lunchroom scene.
Yeah,
where Marty goes to talk to his dad, George.
And this is the first interaction between Biff and Marty.
That's
pretty
where you
much.
learn that George is a total nerd and he's into science fiction and he's writing his stories.
Yeah, short stories.
And so that sort of leads to how he uses the whole Darth Vader thing.
Yeah.
And that's when he realizes him and his dad are way more alike than he.
Yeah, definitely.
But there's something else important that takes place there in the lunchroom when Biff and Marty square off. Mm-hmm. He calls him a chicken.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Nobody calls me
chicken.
Well, and it's funny how Biff is twice as big as Marty, but Marty is willing to stand up for himself. I mean,
well, he sees somebody messing with his mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what it's not like he's protecting Lorraine, that young girl.
It's make like a tree and leave, you idiot.
And he's like, I'm gonna. When Strickland came up, he's like, I'm gonna give you a break this time.
Yeah.
You're new to the school.
You're new here. Yeah.
It's funny though, the cronies that run around with Biff, one of them is wearing a pair of 3D glasses the entire time.
What?
Kid's probably blind when he got older. Those glasses are going to distort your eyes and stuff. Wearing them that long. All right. You guys want to move on to scene 4?
So, yes. The next scene is when you have the diner scene again, right?
Yeah.
And you have the whole crash. Biff
Yeah, because George disappears again at the lunchroom. Yeah. So this it'll be the next day. Okay, so scene 4. Darth Vader visits George to convince him to ask Lorraine out. Biff confronts George, and Marty defends him by punching Biff, leading to a chase. Doc proposes catching lightning to send Marty back. Lorraine asks Marty to the
Enchantment of the Sea.
Yeah, to the dance. Marty and George plan to sabotage his date to take Lorraine instead. Biff ambushes the date, and Marty gets locked in the band's trunk, injuring the lead singer's hand. George saves Lorraine by punching Biff. Marty must take over and play guitar.
Yeah, there's a lot that happened.
That's a lot.
Well, and that's the issue I had when I was doing the scenes for this movie. There's so much that happens in so much of this movie. And it was hard just breaking it down like that, just condensing it.
That's
But
what-
So
there's so much going on.
Yeah.
It's a-
that scene where he's in the yellow jumpsuit
yeah,
and he puts the headphones over him while he's asleep, and he plays Van Halen.
yeah,
He plays Eruption from Van Halen.
One thing you gotta love about this movie is everything means something. All the little prop pieces, everything gets used in some way. Like everything's intentional.
When George looks
See how it all
over,
connects.
George sees his comic book
Yeah,
and or mystery novel or whatever he's reading and sees Darth Vader, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
and the Darth Vader joke works so well.
I'm Darth Vader from Vulcan.
Empire Strikes Back has just come out, right, in 1985.
Yeah. I'm from the.
Or no, the whole trilogy's out. Right?
Yeah, the whole trilogy out
Yeah.
like 2 years earlier.
Yeah.
So sci-fi's big player.
The whole
in-
trilogy's
yeah.
out. Star Wars is his hit. So it's funny. It works, and
Yeah.
he wouldn't know who Darth
No.
Vader is.
No.
And then you got a lot of things coming together there.
And he wouldn't have known what Vulcan is because Star Trek hadn't
That's
come out
right.
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From Vulcan.
That was in the 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is when he kind of like runs back and Biff is just like to pieces. You could tell he overslept. His clothes are just all
He
wrinkled
got
and
his
mess.
shirt tucked in. He went out in public like that.
And did you notice like Marty couldn't open up that bottle because I guess maybe everything in the 80s was they started doing twist tops.
Yeah, they did wasn't twist off. It
When I guess cans were big for him probably. He's
Yeah.
probably wasn't used to drinking bottles. So
his dad just grabbed it and went,
Yeah.
handed it back to him.
Yeah. That's funny. It's kind of like today if you were to show a kid a rotary phone, they just would not know what to do with it.
yeah.
Like, what is that? Well, that's how we used to make phone calls.
So the ice cream shop, soda shop, whatever you want to call it, is like just booming. Apparently, you can tell this is where all the kids go after
It's
school.
definitely after
and,
school.
And
Yeah, you got the
they're
greasers
dancing.
over there. You got the jocks. You got the
Yeah.
girls in the poodle skirts.
Yeah, everybody's dancing, having a good time, and this is where Marty is. He tells him, he's like, "Tell her that she is your destiny," or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he walks in there, and he's like, "Milk," no, he's like, "Milk, chocolate," and they slide him a chocolate
Yeah,
milk.
Says, Lou, milk me or something like that. He says something, and he slides it to him.
And did you notice when he slams it back down, it goes all over Lou or whatever his name is. It
Yeah,
goes all
it
over
goes
him.
everywhere.
Does it?
Yeah, when he slams it back down, and Lou's just like, it's just like all over. It's like sprinkled all over his face, and so this is when George tries to woo Lorraine, I guess you could say, saying that you're my density.
Yeah.
She's like, what?
I mean, my destiny.
Hey, McFly, I thought I told you never to come in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much money you got?
And that's when Marty slips the foot back and
Trips.
trips him.
See, that's what I'm saying. He's not afraid to stand up somebody that's twice his size.
No.
And I love it. I thought that was awesome. And then he's like, he grabs him and he's like, "What's that?" And Biff looks, and then that's when he punches him,
Oldest trick in the book.
Yeah.
which he falls for in every single movie.
Yeah.
Every version of Biff falls for that. Hey, what is that?
And then we get the iconic
Chase scene.
chase scene.
Grabs the skateboard from
He
that
runs
kid.
up to the kid that's got the produce cart.
Yeah.
He's made a scooter.
Well, Doug, you're from the 1955s. Did you have one of those when you were a kid?
I had a skateboard. I didn't have the scooters that type anyway.
So, but we know that Marty is a good skateboarder because that was set up way earlier.
Yeah,
in
that's
in the
how he
intro of the
travels.
movie. and the writing on the back of the bumper. You know, all that's set up in the beginning. This is what I'm saying. Like everything fits together in this movie like a jigsaw puzzle.
Well, and this whole chase scene makes Lorraine fall for him even harder.
more.
Yeah.
He's a dreamboat.
He's a dreamboat.
So that truck that he crashes into the truck with the manure.
Yeah. That I want to say that pains me when I see the truck hitting.
He does
it.
have a nice car.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a very nice car, and then it's
48 Ford convertible.
It's not like if one of those Fords hit today's cars, it would be nothing. But the fact that it hits one of those old work trucks, and I'm like, ugh.
And all he had to do was clean the doo-doo out of it after you find out later. It cost like $200. That was a lot of crap.
Did he spit out manure this time, or was that in the later movies? I think
it was the second one when he spit out the water manure.
So I'm trying to think here. Let's see. Okay, so this is where he catches back up to George and talks to him about that we need to set a plan for you to go to the dance with Lorraine, ask Lorraine out. But here's the plan of I'm going to ask her out. Or no. This is where she goes. They're back at
his house.
His house, and
he lays it all out.
Well, they're back at Doc's garage, and that's when Lorraine comes over to ask Marty to the dance. Another thing of her being forward,
asking.
She
was telling her daughter, "You never do."
Yeah, and something that she never did.
And then you get Doc. He lays out the plan of how they're going to catch the lightning.
Yeah,
got that little
model built and everything.
And
schematic.
Model, and also just for a second, Marty he's trying to tell Doc. And Doc's like, no. We mustn't know anything about our future.
Yeah.
And so he shows him like the model and then the rod that they put into the DeLorean. And that's when Lorraine comes in and asks him out. And then this is where he talks to George about coming up with a plan of he's going to take Lorraine to the dance. And he's like, what are you going to be doing in the car? Filling up her things. And he's got the bra on. And he's like, calm down, George. Calm down. And so the plan is he's going to take Lorraine to the dance, and then George is supposed to come in and rescue her.
Yeah. And make her fun. But, he's going off. Marty's going off what got set up in the very beginning of the movie when his mom she come off like she was complete prude. She didn't do any of that stuff.
When we get to the car, she starts to drink.
She smokes.
She
tells him she's parked with a boy before. Oh, yeah.
And she was like, don't be a square. And she's like, why are you saying this stuff? I just, it might hit you one day. You don't want to be doing this stuff. So George is inside the dance. Sorry, I'm not trying to move on too long, but it's all in this one scene.
Yeah, he tells him, okay, you meet me at the car at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So George sees the time and he runs out. And this is when the big dance is going on. The band's playing that same song and everything. Well, Marty, he hears the door open, so he's expecting George to pull him out, and it's Biff that pulls him out.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, you cost me $300 to my car.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And once again, you see cause and effect.
Yeah.
Like if the chase wouldn't have happened, Biff wouldn't be in the picture.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But Marty, again, gets himself in trouble.
And he tells Marty, what Biff tells his guys, take him around back.
Yeah.
Because he realizes Lorraine, she's all fixed up, got a nice dress, makeup on. Yeah. And he thinks, oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna take full advantage of this situation. So his goons. I was trying to think of a word. His goons take him and lock him in that trunk, but it just happens to be the band members.
Trunk.
Hey man, we don't want any trouble with any reefer addicts.
Oh yeah, we don't want any trouble with any reefer addicts, man. Because he says something. What did he say in the first one? This ain't got nothing to do with you, spook. And then
Spooks,
every one of the other doors of the Cadillac opens up.
6 guys
get smoke.
Pillows out of there.
They Snoop Dogged it. It's just it's awesome.
So they chase the other guys away. The lead singer realizes that somebody's in the trunk.
Yeah.
Where's the keys? Where's the keys? They're in here.
The keys are in here. Okay, how did the keys end up out?
I don't know.
Yeah, but they're in there.
Unless you could say they were in the keyhole and maybe, I don't know.
That has to happen so that he cuts his hand so that Marty plays guitar.
Yeah, it has to happen.
Yep.
It's one of those things.
So the band member cuts his hand open and he gets the trunk open. Marty runs and throws him the keys. He sees George. So George opens the door and sees Biff.
George thinks it's going to be Marty.
Get your hands off her.
Yeah.
And then he sees Biff and he's like,
Yeah.
What's so great about it is when he delivers the blow.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Biff spins around.
Spins.
And he's like looking at his hand like, I can't believe I just did that.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when she like completely falls in love with George.
Because
right
he
there.
tries to go with the plan. He goes to punch Biff in the stomach.
Yeah.
But Biff grabs it and puts it behind
He's
his
about
arm.
to break his arm, and I do feel like Biff would have broke his arm. That's how evil, sadistic his
Biff is, yeah.
Biff is. So
and
he
then he sees him push Lorraine down by the face.
Yeah, and that's what makes George go
Mad.
overboard. Yeah.
Gets mad.
So Marty is running back, and that's when he sees the punch.
Yeah.
So they're together. They walk back in, and
What's funny in the second one is when Marty comes back to that scene and he goes and, hey, he just took that guy's wallet.
Yeah. He says it like 2 or 3 times too. So he runs back and realizes, hey, he runs back to the band members, Marty does, and says, hey, you guys gotta get back in there. If you guys don't play the band, you don't play the music, my parents won't fall in love, I'll never be born.
kiss.
And he just goes on and on and on. And he's like, hey man,
The concert's over.
Concert's over.
Dance is over.
And he's like, unless you
somebody know you can play guitar.
Yeah. And then that's when he's in there playing, and he's like, yeah, that's
Which was, again, set up in the very beginning with his band.
Yep.
that he could play. Yeah.
Earth Angel.
So I didn't describe it too much, but so he plays that, and he's like, hey, do you want to play another one? And he's like, no. He's like, come on, let's play another one. And he's like, well, and that's when Marty comes up with his own, like he plays a modern.
That really cooks.
Yeah, he plays a modern 85 song, and
Just happens to be Johnny B. Good.
Yeah.
Chuck Berry's
This
cousin.
is your cousin, Marvin Berry. You looking for that new sound?
And you know what's so funny is, Marty's like playing it, everybody's dancing, loving it, but then he goes a little heavy metal.
He goes Van Halen.
He goes
at the end.
Van
Halen.
Halen.
Yeah.
Just starts
Yeah.
kicking,
Riffs,
kicking
kicks
the
amp over. All the guys playing the stand-up band stops and looks at him like, what's this?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you guys are not ready for this, but your kids are gonna love it.
Yeah.
So Doc is like freaking out. Oh well. Okay, so that's it for that scene. You guys got anything else? You want to move on?
That's good.
Okay. All right, so final scene. I know there was some stuff that we kind of just glossed over, like when it came to Doc and all that stuff during that,
there's
before the dance.
He's setting up in
Yeah.
the Times Square.
Yeah.
Times Square, in the town square. And the policeman stops him.
Have you
And
seen that deleted
He
scene?
bribes the policeman.
Have you seen the deleted scene?
Sophisticated weather.
He actually gives them like cash and stuff like that in a deleted. It's sort of extended scene. It's pretty funny. Okay, so final scene. Doc finds a letter about the future and tears it up. A tree branch disconnects the line. He reconnects it at the clock tower. Marty travels back to 1985 in the DeLorean. Doc reads the letter, changes the future by wearing a bulletproof vest, and takes Marty home. Marty wakes up to a better life with a new truck. Doc returns, needing their help to save their future kids. They fly away in the DeLorean.
Man.
That's wild. You think about all the stuff that's happened, and you just read that in that little.
Yeah. I tried to condense it down because there's still, even though this is the final scene, there's still a lot happens in this final scene.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got that whole build-up.
Yeah. So he tries to tell Doc about the future, but Doc's not having it. He's like, no. And then...
Because right before he goes to the dance,
Yeah.
he's ready for the dance, he goes...
He's in the diner writing the letter.
Writing the letter.
Yeah.
and it puts on the front of it, "Don't open until 1985," and he hides it in Doc's jacket when Doc is he talking to the cop at that time?
Yes, he is. Yeah, that's when he slides it in.
He slides it in his jacket, so okay, he'll find it after I'm gone.
Yeah. So he tears up the letter, but then as soon as Marty is still trying to tell him, but then what is it? The wind blows a limb down and catches the line and disconnects it.
The power line. He's got a power line from the top of the clock tower to across the poles of the street.
Yeah.
So it'll be directly injected into the flux capacitor.
Yes.
And sending you back
to
the future.
So Doc says, "I'm going to go up there and reconnect it." And then Marty, pulls the branch off the line and everything, gets that loose. But he's still trying to tell Doc about what happens to him in the future because he's really upset. He's like, I know he gets killed, so I got to save him.
Best friend in the future, yeah.
And Doc starts hearing the bell ring of the chimes from the clock, and he's like, "Go, go, go!" So he gets in the DeLorean.
Yeah, that whole scene where you're leading up to the lightning strike. You got Doc. He's like climbing up on the clock tower and trying to make the connection again. And there's so many little moments of suspense there. Like, how are they going to do this?
Well, he makes the connection, but then he realizes he unhooks another section.
On the other side.
Yeah.
Because he's got like minutes.
Yeah.
And something didn't really bug me, but where does Doc come up with this 3/8 steel cable?
Isn't that the line?
No, that's not the line. You don't mean because he reaches up and puts it around the handle.
Yeah, but that's not the line though.
The line is black. If you look in it just looks like a steel cable. If you watch it, you'll see it.
Yeah, no, I remember him doing that. I just assumed that it was part
the
of
cable.
Yeah, it was the cable.
But
you're thinking too hard.
Yeah, I'm putting too much into it.
So that's when he slides down the cable, and he lands hard too.
Yeah.
Makes the connection,
gets it loose, and then Marty is back at the line where he's
starting line,
and of course the car fails again.
Oh yeah.
But then
I forgot about that.
This is also where he decides to turn it back. What, like 3 minutes back?
It's like 15 minutes. Yeah, he realizes, hey, wait a minute. I'm in a time machine. I'll just go back.
Yeah, and try to save Doc.
Yeah.
And so he does that, but then the car fails. Mm-hmm. And the timer for him to actually start going starts going off, and he's freaking out. He's trying to start it, and it won't run. And then finally he goes, "Come on!" And he bangs his head against the steering wheel.
He headbutts the horn, and it starts.
And it starts.
But, it's cool because they use Doc's got a wind-up clock.
Yeah.
A wind-up little brass clock sitting beside all this technology inside this car. When that bell goes off, you hit the gas. That was the deal.
Got a clock that goes to 1985 from 1955.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he goes off. Well, this is when, at the same time as he's driving, he sees Doc struggling.
Yeah.
Like in the way far background.
The connection.
And he's like struggling with that wire, and then finally he gets the connection at the exact same time the lightning strikes.
He's like, "Come on, Doc, come on." Yeah.
Boom.
Marty makes it. Goes back to
Doesn't get
1985.
any closer.
No.
So he gets back in plenty of time. Marty's like, what is it? Like Red, I think the homeless guy.
Homeless guy's named Red. Yeah.
And he looks around, he realizes he's back.
Yeah.
Then he's like, all right, so I still got time. So he gets back in the DeLorean, but then he realizes it fails again.
It won't start again.
Again. Like the third time, I think. And then he sees the Libyans going through the town, heading towards that direction.
Yep.
So
heading toward the Lone Pine Mall.
Yes. So he runs, and he doesn't notice that, but we notice that it's a Lone Pine Mall now. So that's the first weird thing that we notice.
And for a brief moment there's two Martys in the same universe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so I thought that was so awesome that he's standing there watching everything he's already gone through.
And that's what Back to the Future 2 is all about.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's that whole premise, that little 30-second moment.
Yeah.
That's what the whole movie's about. And, well, not the whole movie, but a big chunk of the middle part of the movie's about.
Well, he realizes he couldn't save Doc because he was going to try to save him this time, and he couldn't save him. He sees him get shot. He sees his past self get in the DeLorean, do the run around the mall there, and then he actually sees the DeLorean go back in time, and he sees the Libyans crash into that photo booth. And that's when he runs down there, and he's starting to cry, and all of a sudden Doc wakes up, and he's like, "How?"
He unzips his suit.
it. He's got the bulletproof vest on.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "How did you know?" And then that's when he pulls out the
letter all taped
up.
taped up so much with Scotch tape.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, I thought you were worried about the time-space continuum." And he's like, "I thought, what the hell?"
Yeah.
And so that's when he takes Marty back to his house, and he reveals that he's going about 30 years into the future. He's like, "That's a nice round number." And he's like, "Well, look me up."
My years, yeah.
And he's like, "I will do." And so he sees him. Marty goes to bed. This is where he wakes up.
In the exact same position. As the movie started.
Okay, let me ask you guys this. Do you think he thought it was all a dream?
Yes.
The whole experience.
I never thought about that.
I was thinking about that when I was watching it yesterday. I was like,
he woke up in the exact same spot. His room is exactly the same.
yeah.
And his he's like,
Yeah.
he's half asleep. And
Yeah.
brothers, do you sleep in your clothes again?
Well, and that's when he walks out and starts noticing the living room is different.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Inside
It's
the
like
house is nice.
modern furniture.
Yeah.
It's nice. And then he sees,
His dad is a successful writer.
yeah, well, he sees
brother's
his
wearing a
brother.
suit.
Yeah, his brother and sister are sitting there eating cereal. He's like,
'Cause at
"What the
first
hell is this?"
His brother
Breakfast?
worked at Burger King.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And
that's
Burger
right.
King hat on. Yeah.
And she's like, "This is breakfast." And then that's when you see the parents walk in.
Grapefruit.
Yeah. And he's like, "Why are you wearing a suit?" And he's like, "Marty, I always wear a suit to the office."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you see the parents walk in, and then that's when he falls.
Comes back from, it looks like they come back from playing golf.
Yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
they're nice. George is not worried about blacking his hair out, and he's, they look
The entire destiny of the family's changed.
changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
And his shipment of books has just
Yes.
arrived.
And then you get Biff comes in with a shipment of books.
Well, Lorraine says, "Marty, are you still taking her? Are you excited about your weekend trip to the lake?" And he's like, "How are we going to go to the lake? The car's wrecked."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Wrecked," and they start freaking out. And then this is when we see Biff waxing George's car.
Oh, yeah. He's waxing his BMW.
BMW, and he's like, "Now, Biff, how's it going?" He's like, just finishing up the second coat now. Now, Biff,
Don't you con me.
don't you try conning me. just starting on the second coat."
Yeah, they've completely reversed roles.
Yeah.
So that's when Biff brings the books in, and then Marty realizes that he's a successful writer. He writes what he loves to
He sees
do.
the cover of the book,
And it's-
it looks like Marty in the radiation suit. You put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything. And that's the advice Marty
Yes.
gives to him.
Well, and Biff, he's like, "Marty, here, I got your truck all waxed up for you, ready for the weekend."
Ready for the
And he's
weekend.
like, "Truck?" And that's when he walks out there and reveals that he has the
Dream
truck.
vehicle. Yeah.
And Jennifer walks up. "How about a ride, mister?" And he's freaking out because he's like, she's like, "What's wrong?" It's like, I feel like you're thinking you haven't seen me in a week. And he's like, "I haven't." And then the DeLorean busts in.
Hits the garbage can.
And he jumps out, and Doc's in like a weird future outfit.
He's wearing those glasses.
The glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he starts digging in the trash, and he's like, "Doc, what are you
Mr.
doing?"
Fusion.
Mr.
I
Fusion.
need some fuel.
Pours a beer can in there.
I always thought that was so awesome.
Oh, yeah,
how they
that's
did that upgrade to it.
Yeah.
That now he doesn't need plutonium. He can just use trash.
Garbage. Yeah.
Converts the trash to energy. So this is when he reveals that his kids are in danger, basically, and
Because Marty's like, "Hey, we're getting ready to go for a cruise in the truck." And
yeah,
he's like, "No, well, bring her along. This involves both of you."
yeah. And
Yeah.
she's like, she kind of like, "What?" Because she knows nothing about time travel, and bring her along. And so they get in, and he's like, "Doc, you need to back up. We don't have enough road to get up to 88 miles an hour."
Where we're going.
We don't need roads. He pulls those glasses down.
And this is where we see this iconic
The
shot
flying
of
car.
the wheels go out flat, and then it goes up and just boom, 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 flies away. That's the
Credits roll.
credits roll, end of the movie.
Power of love.
All right, let's do our category of.
Did not know that.
That's been upgraded.
All right, so when this movie was previewed for the test audiences, Industrial Light and Magic had not completed the final DeLorean in-flight shot, and the last several minutes of the movie was previewed in black and white. It didn't matter as the audience roared in approval of the final scene anyways.
Wow.
In black and white. That's been an interesting take. Noir.
I bet you probably every scene that had special effects that they hadn't done yet
Yeah.
probably was in the black and white to kind of show you this is
And they colorized it.
yeah. Which, you know, in every scene of those special effects is like bright, super bright colors.
yeah.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
It's pretty awesome. All right. All right. So, Doug, let's start with you. You want to give your number one quote?
Oh, man. It is so hard
It's a lot of good ones.
to pick one quote out of this movie. Oh, man. I guess the one that always makes me laugh is when I guess that's Marty's grandpa is telling Lorraine he's an idiot.
Yeah.
If you ever have a kid like that, I'll disown you. It's his upbringing. That's probably one of my. I always laugh when I hear that.
That's a great one. Derrick, how about you? Number one quote?
Man, there's so many in this movie that kind of gets repeated.
Yeah.
Great Scott!
Yeah.
You know, that's one of them. We've already mentioned. Well, I see it. If you're going to build a time machine, you might as well do it in style. Mm-hmm. Or where we're going, we don't need roads. What is the thing that Marty always says to Doc? Oh, man, that's heavy.
It's heavy.
What is there something wrong with the temporal displacement in the future?
And Marty's like, what?
There's a lot, but I think my favorite quote is probably one that I use a lot.
Yeah.
I use it a lot in daily life, and it's "Hello, McFly." I don't. When he's knocking on his head.
Yeah.
Anybody home?
Yeah, I use that a lot with
Think, McFly, think.
with my kids, especially like in a teaching moment.
Yeah.
And they get it now. They know because they've seen it.
You've watched it with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think that's for most people. That's not a memorable quote, but it is for me.
It is for you. That's all that matters. Derrick, it's funny you said it. I'm gonna go with the heavy line.
Yeah.
The heavy and what Doc says. Is there something wrong with the future?
Gravitation
I
pull
love
the Earth?
Yeah.
I love that. I love that line. I actually laugh every time Doc says it. He's like, there's that word again. Heavy.
Yeah.
It's the expression on his face. He's really like, what is going
Was that a
on in the
real
future?
was that a real thing back in the 80s, the word heavy?
Yeah, it's heavy, man. Heavy metal. Heavy. Yeah. You don't remember heavy metal?
I don't remember people using it like a tough situation. This is heavy. I don't know.
I remember.
Oh, okay. Well, you are
He remembers
30 years
everything.
older than me. Okay. So Derrick, what about best scene for you?
Oh my gosh. That's a hard one too.
Yeah.
I'd say though, as great as the ending of the movie is, it's hard to beat that DeLorean reveal in the parking lot.
Yeah.
It's so memorable, and it just defines the whole movie. That's a great one. And then again, that opening scene with all the clocks.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much foreshadowing. Like you have to watch it multiple times to get it. But
It's almost like they invented foreshadowing
yeah,
with the scene.
but I'll go with that original meeting between Doc and Marty in the parking lot, and you see the DeLorean for the first
Reveal.
time, and you get the reveal, you get the time travel dump, time circuits, all that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say mine. I think anytime they're playing the song and the DeLorean is just driving fast, anytime they play the song at the beginning there when he's trying to escape the Libyans, and then when he's trying to get back to 1985 and they start playing the song, like I said, when we saw it in IMAX, it just gave me absolute chills, both scenes. And I'll say the ending scene where he's trying to get back to 1985.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just awesome. Doug, what about you? Best scene?
Of course, it would. I'd have to be on par with Derrick with the reveal of the DeLorean, but one of my it's up there with it. The scene where when he hits the barn,
Yeah.
and he's sitting there in the hay, and the way they got the car set up, and it just so happens that little kid's got that comic book with a UFO that looks exactly like the DeLorean because its hazards are blinking on it. That's just really cool.
Yeah, that's great. Doug, favorite character?
Favorite character? Jeez. You know, Marty, of course, Marty's the star of it, but if you have to go a favorite character, I'd probably say Doc.
Yep.
That would be mine too. Easy.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Doc. Doc's my favorite.
His over-the-top
he's just,
performance.
Yeah, he's just so iconic and just crazy.
He's the one
Good crazy.
thread that connects it all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. Hey, everyone, if you're enjoying this podcast, please make sure to follow us on your preferred podcast app, such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and we're also available on YouTube. We're trying to get better with the YouTube. I'm struggling with the videos lately, and just every time we do a video, something happens. So we're trying.
Give us a 5-star review. That'll help that algorithm.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Doug. Thank you.
Shut up.
No, really, I'm thanking you because one episode you tried to sabotage us, but
Here we go.
we really appreciate it if you could leave us a review and give us a 5-star rating. If you particularly enjoyed an episode, feel free to share it with a friend. All right, so let's do our ratings and final thoughts. Derrick, let's start with you. Rating and
Well, this one's easy for me. I mean, this is a 5 out of 5, no doubt.
5.
It's not perfect, I guess, in the sense if you think really hard about it, the paradoxes, some of the things that we've mentioned along the way, like hooking the camcorder up to the TV, little things like that. I don't care about any of that.
No.
That to me does not hurt the perfect score of the movie.
Yeah.
I'm talking about total package when you look at score, special effects, plot, acting, impact on culture, and rewatchability. I think if you look at all those factors and you combine them, it's a 5 out of 5, no doubt. It still holds up today. It's timeless. Kids today can watch it. I mean, my kids watch it, and they know it, and they enjoy it. I think this movie trilogy is going to stand the test of time, and the little inconsistencies and things like that people want to nitpick about, I don't care about any of that. The way this movie makes you feel, the cool factor, everything about it is just, it's perfect.
Yeah. Doug?
Oh, I'm right there with you, Derek. And on top of that, I got the nostalgia of seeing it as a 10-year-old kid in the theater, and remember going to school that Monday and telling all your friends it's the greatest movie you've ever seen, so you got to go see it.
Yeah.
You know, and I have to give it a 5.
5.
And there's a reason why we went 40 years later and
Yeah.
saw it again in the theaters.
I was actually about to say that when we saw it in IMAX, it was the 40th anniversary
Yeah.
of the movie. So if you would have asked me when I was a kid to give this a perfect score, I wouldn't have done it. I'm not saying it was a bad movie, but part 2 was always my favorite growing up. Love part 2. But now as an adult, I've watched it more and more. I've actually probably seen the first one more as an adult than I have the second one as an adult. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a 5 myself. So we're going to just give it a 5, perfect score. It's such a great movie. I mean, like I said, it always gave me chills. And when we saw it in IMAX, it was just nothing but chills through the whole movie. I love the movie. I don't think there's anything wrong with this movie at all. I mean, I think it's just one of those very rare occasions when it's a perfect movie. I mean, we don't give perfect scores all the time, but it's just like some of the movies we did give perfect scores, they are perfect movies.
Yeah.
Like we did Forrest Gump, we did Terminator 2.
I mean, this is one we all gush over anyway.
Yeah. I mean, it's just such a timeless thing. I've loved enjoying seeing all the different areas that were in the movie. Riding, I rode all the Back to the Future ride back in the day at Universal Studios. The only problem with that ride is it would make you sick, and I think that's the reason because it moved around a lot
So much, yeah.
and I think that's the reason it closed.
So I'll tell you one thing that's really cool about this. This is the power of Back to the Future. So a couple years ago, when my son turned 10, we asked him what he wanted for his birthday, and he wanted one thing. He wanted the deluxe Lego DeLorean set, which he got.
Yeah.
And that was a fun thing to put that together. So it shows you how much power this franchise has.
I'd say Dad enjoyed putting that one together.
Oh, yeah. And I think that just speaks to the longevity of this of this franchise. And again, but with it being a perfect movie, you think about like what I said earlier. Everything fits together. Everything in this, even the little details, they all matter. And not very much are you going to see a movie that has that kind of cohesiveness, where they're going to set up something maybe small in the beginning that you don't think is going to play a part, but everything does. And it's almost like the movie is almost like a mirror image of itself, like what they set up in the first act or 2 acts is reflected again in the last act. It's really unique.
It's just like what you were just saying. To go off what you were saying, Derek. When Marty, when the DeLorean broke down in front of the Lions Estates, he's still wearing the radiation suit. So he pushes it behind the sign, covered, and it shows him he's taking off. It shows him taking off the Walkman he had on his side. They had never mentioned that the Walkman being on him. I think you saw it on his collar at one point.
I think he was wearing it when he was skateboarding to get to the mall.
Yeah, but he that just shows they touch back on everything he threw in that seat. He threw the radiation suit, the Walkman, the camera, all that was right there. And
but it's subtle. They don't do it in a way where it's like, hey, look, pay attention to this. It's going to be important. It's all subtle. And the more times you rewatch it, that's one thing about this movie is the rewatchability. You want to watch it over and over again. And the more you do, obviously, the more details you pick up on. And I think that has to factor into a movie's greatness is, do you want to, it may be a great movie, but like, for instance, Schindler's List. Fantastic movie, but I don't want to get back in it and watch it again.
I would
just so
it's an amazing movie, but I wouldn't give it a perfect score.
Exactly. You got to think about rewatchability, and that, to me, that's part of the timeless nature of a movie. That if it's going to be a perfect one, you got to have that.
It's all about the entertainment.
Yeah.
So, all right. You guys got anything else before we wrap up?
If you haven't seen Back to the Future, What are you doing with your life?
Oh, and
See it, people.
one last thing. Also, this movie caused the DeLorean itself to become so iconic.
Oh, yeah.
Without this movie, you
Oh,
probably
yeah.
never seen a DeLorean ever again. I mean,
Exactly.
we when we went and saw it in IMAX, that somebody brought a DeLorean to the theater.
Yeah,
Yep,
that was really
yep.
cool.
It's always awesome to see a DeLorean because you just don't
Because
see
that
them.
would have that whole thing with the whole John DeLorean
Yeah, that's
stuff that happened with him, that would have erased that from history.
well, and see,
But this movie,
yeah, definitely. Well, see, another reason why you still see DeLoreans today is because the guys that bought the company that's still around, you can still buy factory brand new parts if you for your DeLorean because they just pop out like they're not like welded into it. They literally you can replace them as easy as just popping them right back out. But amazing movie, 5 out of 5, awesome. All right. That's all for today's episode, folks. We hope you enjoyed our travel to the past in the world of 1985's Back to the Future. Join us next time on Video Rental as we tackle another classic movie. Until then, stay cinematic and remember, roads, where we're going, we don't need roads.